Gagak, one of the many different ciphers that I've handwritten. So this is all handwritten and hand drawn, and it depicts the island Tadmon. So when you open up Tikane, you're going to find at the very beginning of it a depiction of this Adam Kadmon. And this is the primordial parts you've dealt with inside of Kabbalah. And it deals with inside of the very first restriction, what we call the Sumsum, and the Or Yoshar, which is called the straight line. So we're going to open up with the path of God. It says, a group of friends gathered to listen to the words of the Torah. They said to him, teach us. We have desires to learn from you. They handed a list to him and said, expound these complexities, for we struggle to comprehend. He opened with, the of Hashem, Yiraev, the secret of God, are with those who fear him. They said, assuredly we fear him. He responded, the secrets of God are to Yirah.
Just who I wanted to talk to. Shalom, shalom, Zephy.
Shalom, everyone. Shalom, Safira. Thank you for being here. Sydney, Bina. Shalom, everyone. Okay. So we'll open up with just the beginning. I'll read a little bit of this, and then we'll expound some other mysteries. The first principle that must be established is the difference between the surrounding endless and the space of the vacancy by which all existence has come into existence. So what this refers to is the idea of the restriction.
It's profound.
So here are a few depictions of the restriction. So essentially the difference between the outer surrounding light and the place in which the withdrawal occurred. I can show you guys a few of other examples.
Yeah, it's an
So
restriction.
here another very
The restriction of the ability to conceive difference and multiplicity within unity. It's brilliant. Yeah. Anyways, I've been like working my ass off, and when I'm not working my ass off, I'm working my ass off because
Yeah,
I've
I've been
been
making
doing.
jewelry. My microphone might be crap right now because my phone is like got
You're
not much
fine.
memory.
You're fine,
Okay,
sweetie.
that's cool. Well, thank
I've
you. I
I've
love it
I've
when
been
people say I'm
I've
fine.
been I've been working my butt off.
I know
You
you
know,
have.
I've been in nature. You know,
Awesome.
I couldn't ask for more, honestly. Sometimes I slip my ass off, but it's okay. I would rather
My
do
friend
that than sit in a
Jessica,
fuck.
she thinks you're really cute. She's younger than me, and she's like kind of like a witchy chick. She was in a bad relationship for a while, and like I don't know if you ever get to New Mexico, maybe I might have somebody that would be interested in seeing you.
Another Jessica.
Her name is Jessica, yeah, but
How does
her
she
name is
spell it?
Jessica Bork.
How does she
She
spell it?
It's Jessica, but her
Oh
last name
my
is Bork.
gosh.
Like she's a very interesting person. It's Borque, Bork,
How does she
like
know
Bork.
me?
Because we were just watching you on TML, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, he's cute. I love his
Oh,
hair." And I was like you're definitely her type, and your voice. She loves your voice. She's
she's a
like, "Wow."
witchy
And
chick.
she's a witchy chick, yeah. She's very reserved though. She dated this guy who's like a total friggin' like he was like space case. Like he's the kind of guy that like whenever you were watching something on TV on like just a video or whatever, he would stand up in front and get between you and the TV and start talking to you. Like he was bad. And then like he ended up like they split up a few years back and basically it was because he got arrested because he was shoplifting at Walmart in the few days between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is like the worst time. He stole a Telzon, like one of those pricing guns, like when they had twice the staff on their loss prevention that they normally have. And then he tried to throw her under the bus with it, but it didn't work. And he ended up getting arrested. Like, then, like, yeah, she went back to living with her parents and she's taking care of her mom right now. So that's kind of her.
Zeffy.
Yeah. She was a
We're
figure
we're
skater, like professional for a long time when she's younger. She injured her back. But yeah.
oh damn. Zeffy.
Yeah.
We're good friends, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We
I
have
think
a
so.
certain we have a certain understanding between each other,
I
right?
think so. I
Okay.
think so.
So you know I'm not like trying to come on to you, right?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
wouldn't stand for it
Okay.
anyways
Okay. Okay.
because I already have one penis and I don't need another one.
So I've been getting a lot of female attention lately.
Oh, I can imagine that
And
you
so
would.
I'm
It's like
trying to understand why that is. And so
I would ask Lilith.
from your perspective, well, yeah, yeah, right. That's a good question. That's actually a very good question because it's been like witchy chicks.
Yeah,
So I actually met somebody like last week, like right around the
the eclipse and all that
Lionsgate,
portal opening. Yeah, 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 yeah. hmm That was
right?
my birthday. Lionsgate is
And
always around my birthday.
oh, girl, why didn't you tell me? Happy birthday! Fuck,
August 6th, I turned 49. So this
I
is
would
my
have
last
like totally
birthday with
fucking hit you up. Why didn't you tell me? The fuck?
because I it doesn't really matter to me, and I like really
No,
like
it does
prefer my
though.
privacy on my birthday. But I got
Birthdays
lots
are
of presents
super
this year.
fucking important to super dude.
Yeah, well,
Like
I got
birthdays
lots
are
of
like a
presents.
Luciferian is like the most important day like ever because
And see, and
like
I always want nothing for my birthday. I want no requests, no phone calls, no expectations, nothing.
that's
I just want to do
ego.
whatever I want to do. That's
That's
awesome, though,
ego.
right?
That's ego.
No, it's not. I
That's
just want to be
ego.
left alone for
That's
one day, so
ego.
nobody.
No,
I
it
just like
is. It's
why?
ego.
How is
It's
that
ego.
ego?
It's ego.
If somebody
Ego.
does something surprising, it's fine, and I go along with whatever happens. But I prefer like if people just leave me alone for a day, so I can do whatever I want.
Elevating yourself through arrogance or
I know it's
minimizing
not.
yourself are both ego,
It's
just
neither.
on different polarities.
It's neither though, because I just want a day to myself.
Steffi,
That's what I want. Why is that wrong? I can want what I want for my birthday, but it
you don't
never
want
really happens
any.
that way.
You don't want any like interaction. Like you don't want. I mean, I guess
Well,
that is
I don't
true. That
mind.
is true. If that's really what you want, I
Yeah,
guess. But
and I actually got several days of
but
that,
I
which
don't
was
want you to think
awesome.
like, oh, I don't want anything because I don't feel like I
No,
fucking.
no, I got lots of gifts. Don't get me wrong. And I hung out with Kelly and my friend Jessica, like we like made jewelry and stuff, like a couple of days, like all night we stayed up and like we just
But you don't
like
want
we're
me to
like,
be like, hey, happy birthday? Like,
no, that's fine.
I
I don't
could have
mind
sent
it.
you something. Like,
Nah, you don't have
like
to send
why?
me, but if you
But
want
it's
to,
not.
you
But
can.
hold
You
on.
can do
It's
that
not
any
about.
day.
It's not about. I don't have to.
Well,
I
you
don't
can do
need.
it any day
Of course, I
too.
don't fucking have to. I
I
don't have
don't
an
like the
obligation.
tyranny of tradition. I
I
like
don't.
like
I don't. I don't have an obligation to do a fucking thing. But if
well,
I
if I
want to
can
do it
send you
out
a
of the,
gift
if I want to
anytime I
do it,
want to,
but if I
then
want to
would
do it
you
of my own
let me?
free will,
You can do whatever you
you
want, and I'm not
know,
going to say it's bad, but I don't think it
right?
should have to be on a birthday. I don't want anybody to ever feel obligated
Well, I
because
do
of
agree
a
with that. I will agree with you
yeah.
there. I will
Because
definitely agree
I
with you
just if
there.
I see something and I think of my friend, I get it for them and I give it to them.
Well,
You
see,
know,
here's
it
the
doesn't
thing,
have to be
though.
a
Here's the thing. I
special
don't.
day.
I'm with you on the tradition thing, where it's like, oh, well, it's just because it's this day. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like,
And I
like,
always
oh,
it's
it's
crappy. Like
Thanksgiving or
Christmas
it's
is the
Valentine's
crappiest.
Day or whatever. But
Yeah,
I do feel like birthdays are different, though. Like to me,
yes and
as a
no.
Luciferian, like I really see birthdays as a like the most important day in the
Yeah,
world.
so what do you do if you accidentally forget somebody's birthday? You feel horrible.
I don't usually. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like I
see,
really
and I
like
just
if I'm
I'm
like really if I don't like if I'm not really super close to somebody, then whatever. But if I'm like super close to somebody, like I usually remember.
I usually remember like because they like drop hints and I'll pick up on it. Like I know that their birthday's coming up because they'll say something. And I'm great at gift giving. I love to give people presents. It's great. Uh
Right. That's what part of my
yeah.
love language. Exactly.
Yeah, me too. I'm a definitely a good gift giver, but I actually my love language is touch. I even
Me
like
too.
touching my friends and I
Well,
like to
gifts can
hug
appear in
them.
many forms. Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
go there, but
Yeah.
and
But I
that
mean
gets me
like
back
touch
to the
like
girl
just
I'm
like
talking to.
closeness, like
That
presents as
goes
well.
back to what I was talking about.
Yeah, but
I
it
keep
doesn't
finding
always.
all
It's
these
just
fucking
presents.
girls that are too far away.
Yeah,
I can't
well, maybe
find
that
any.
just
All the
means
bitches around me are fucking
maybe the universe wants
like
you to
they're like
go
on
out into the
drugs or
world.
they're on drugs or they're not interested in
Well,
anything
what's
but
wrong with
makeup
being on drugs? I
and
mean, like,
bullshit.
not everybody
No, I don't
does
mean
bad
like
with
they're
that.
on drugs. I don't mean they're like on drugs. They're having fun. Like I don't care. I was on drugs. I don't mean
Yeah.
that. Like there's a difference between drug use and drug abuse, Steffi.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's
Okay.
drug
So
abuse, and I'm
I'm
not
just
about that.
clarifying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
clarifying.
yeah.
And yeah, abusers suck
Steffi,
because
come on. I hung out with
they
like
can't.
porn stars and prostitutes and shit. Like I don't
Well,
judge
yeah, I was
people.
gonna say, and I like
Yeah.
do drugs, so like that would nix me off that list.
I'm
That's why I was
totally fine with
clarifying.
that. I would do drugs with you.
Yeah, I
Steffi, come
bet you
on.
would.
You know I'm like the last
I would give
person to
you
sit
some.
there.
I mean, I'm like not
Like
a
we'd probably
yeah.
have fun with that.
I'm a bad influence on
we
people
probably
sometimes,
we're a bad influence on each other. We've
but
already determined that.
but it's their own damn fault if they can't hang.
I
That's their
could
own damn fault.
definitely
I'm
hang.
not gonna friggin'
I
police
think I
their.
think I think we'd have a really good time,
I think
honestly.
we would too. I think I have fun with everybody, and everybody that comes to visit me, whenever they come, like they get close enough to me, I will friggin' gauge whether or not they use drugs or not, and eventually I'll bring it up if I think they do, and then I'll just like say, "Hey, you want some?" And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to say yes. It's just
It's
like, "Do you want
been
some?" I'm just gonna
forever,
say, "This is what
so
I'm doing," and it's like whatever,
it's
you
been
know.
forever, so I
And I
probably
usually
would
have like a
definitely
plethora
would.
of different things that I have stashed away. Like I have some acid
Yeah.
in somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know where it is right now,
Right.
but I like save things
Zeffy,
up. It's like
Zeffy,
if I was an abuser, I wouldn't have anything stashed.
I haven't done anything since 2012, so I would definitely
Wow, that's a
take
long
your
time. You should definitely come
right. I've
visit.
been a good boy for a long time, exactly. So I'm not. No, I'm not judging that. There's a difference between use and abuse. Okay, and
Yes,
they're on the abuse
absolutely. I agree.
cycle.
Because like
So like
honestly,
that's
if
what
I
I'm
think if the
saying.
doctor doesn't know what the fuck I'm doing, I think I'm probably pretty good because he can't tell like that I use any drugs except for I tell him that I smoke pot because I'm in a cancer research
That's
study.
not a fucking drug.
It's not
That's
really.
so
Well,
dumb.
it is.
It's
It's a
so dumb.
plant. But everything that everybody says is really
Yeah, you know what else
hardcore
is
is
a fucking
actually
drug?
found in
You know what else
nature.
is a drug? Sugar.
Yeah,
You know
I
what else is a
know.
drug? Aspirin.
Nicotine,
Like it's fucking
aspirin, yeah.
stupid. Right.
Love is a drug for all I know.
Sex is a
It pretty
drug.
much is. Yeah, lust is definitely a drug.
Yeah, well, this girl I met, okay, and this is why I said what I said as a disclaimer, because we talk about these things, and
Yeah.
it's just we're just talking, okay. So
And I think
like,
of you like more like we're related. We're like family. It's kind of I don't
well,
know.
don't say that because
I can talk to
that's
you about sexy stuff, but I do that with my mom too. So
right. Well, I won't say that though because like for a
I
very
know.
short interval of time, we did kind of have like let's be real. Um, so I don't want to go there because it's kind of weird, but
I was flirting with you, but it was not serious ever, really. I
kinky.
mean, I
Well,
like you a lot and I think you're great,
it
but like
wasn't.
really, I'm a very loyal person.
It wasn't serious. Well, no, you were like in a
Yeah.
different situation, and so was I. We were both in
I've
different
never not been with
situations.
Dan though, since I've
Yeah,
known
but
you. So
well, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you weren't. Well, you were acting
mm-mm.
different. So
I was just flirty. I'm always flirty. People always
yeah, but
misinterpret me.
you were talking about like
You were like doing the personality thing, like we were doing the astrology thing, and you were like kind of going like, "What if we were in a relation?" And I was like playing along. It was fun.
no, no, not that. I'm not talking about that. You were like talking
Maybe it was a
about
different
like
timeline, me too, because that's been happening a lot.
maybe it was like towards the beginning when we were talking. You were talking about
Maybe.
like something about like our and like the way our energy worked off
Yeah, I
against each
think
other,
I was
and you were like oh well if you want to like have fun or
jump into
something
my
like
dreams or something. That's totally okay.
no
Like
it
if you
wasn't
do
it
that,
was it
like
was it
that's
was
different.
it was in 3D reality. It was and that's why I'm trying to like make sense of
Yeah,
this now
see,
because
I
I
don't think your
thought you
memory is
were
very accurate
I
because I
think
don't
you're
remember that,
I
and I got a good memory.
no well, exactly
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
need
make it up.
specifics then if you want
I
to draw that
I
conclusion.
I wouldn't make it up.
I
I
know,
promise.
but I
I
think it might have
promise
been
you.
miscommunication because has been happening a lot.
No, no. I would just need to think for a minute.
I'm very
But
flirty though. I will concede that,
no, yeah, so am I for
but
sure.
I'm
It
also
was
really
towards
clear
it was
about like
towards
my
the
intentions.
beginning. It was towards the beginning.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and I was like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. That's what
Yeah,
it
I know. And
was.
I was like, no, you're fine. I'm
And then we were
sure.
like, no, I'm fine. And you were talking about like your past and
Yeah.
all that, and it was basically like, without saying too much, because I don't want the whole world to know.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
it
really care, but
basically it
I get
basically
it.
revolved around mm, different levels of dress, shall we say?
Oh yeah, that I was probably telling you about how Dan, like I was very surprised because like whenever go to work, I dress up, usually. And whenever I started dating him, I started kind of toning it down a little bit, just respectfully. And he noticed and said, "Why are you doing that? You don't need to do
No,
that. I trust
it was
you."
between us.
See, and I don't know what I would say. And
It was
I
between
can,
us. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. Like, what? I was like,
yeah,
no, I wouldn't. I was like, I wouldn't want to do that. And you're like, no, it's fine. And then that's when you were telling me, like, oh, it's an open relationship. And I was like, what?
yeah, no, no,
And
I wouldn't have said that because it's only open to one sex as far as I
that's
like
what
have established ever.
that's what you told me.
Yes,
Steffi,
and I don't
I
think I would
wouldn't
say that.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Well, I know, but I think it could have been another timeline me, but I
Could
don't
be.
recall that in my coherent timeline
Could
ever
be.
happening.
Could be. Could be.
And I had some weird things happen this week, especially with my mom, because like I have some very distinct memories and I have a very good memory. Like my mom can like bring something up and
Me
I'll
too.
like tell her details that she forgot and then she remembers them.
Yeah.
And so like, but I had like I was telling her about like how I was telling Jessica about this dog Cherry that my mom rescued from a pet store in the mall and
Right.
traded it for a puppy because my mom raised Siberian Huskies. So she traded it for a different puppy and took this puppy home because it was in the little box for too long. And it hopped like a rabbit and it barked. And Huskies don't bark. And
Right.
yeah, and
Right.
it was like she was like basically physically restrained in that little cage for way too long. And so she hopped like a rabbit. But then one day this guy came by and there was a sign on the end of the road and people came in all the time, even if we didn't have puppies. And my mom would like introduce them to all the dogs and give them a business card and, talk to them and stuff and introduce them to the dogs. And this guy just bonded with this dog. And it turns out he was from Alaska and he had a sled, like a mush group of sled dogs. And he was like,
Oh.
he even competed in like the Iditarod. And my mom and saw that this dog and this man had this bond, and the dog was like, she was kind of like neurotic and very weird. She like was not a normal husky, but my mom saw that they had a bond and was like, well, if you want her, you can have her because my mom is very generous. And I was telling her how like I had researched at some point this the dog race because he said he was going to compete in the Iditarod and I wanted to know if the dog, and I saw a video and this dog was like friggin' running in the Iditarod. They didn't win, but she ran in the Iditarod and I was like fucking mind blown. But my mom was like, that didn't happen. I had her until we got divorced. My dad and her got divorced and then she basically redistributed all the dogs, gave them to people or rehomed them. And some of them she had put down because they were old. And like then she continued to tell me the story about how, because they dig holes a lot and I was the person that cleaned the dog pens, and we had one dog that like we had him too long basically and he got really attached to the other dogs. But then we found a lady that wanted a dog but she didn't have money, so my mom traded for a painting of elk for my dad because my dad likes elk. And but she lived like just like a little, like maybe 5 miles away up on Cedar Hill. And the dog kept coming back. It kept escaping her yard and coming back to where we were. So eventually the lady was like, well, I guess the dog wants to be here. And but he would also jump the fence when he was at our house, so my mom chained him to a pallet so he wouldn't hang himself when he jumped over the fence, having a chain on him. And
Right.
he would drag the friggin' pallet. He got to be real buff, but he dragged the pallet all over the yard. And so whenever I cleaned the dog pen every week, it was pretty much like I just had to shovel out the holes that the other dogs had dug because he was dragging the poop in. And I would take the old dog food bags and I would fill them up with a shovel, like clean out the dog pens once a week. And it was weird because I was like telling her, and so she told me the story about how my dad was filling in those holes, which I don't recall him ever doing that. And how she was in one of the deeper holes that the dogs dug because they like dig some pretty deep holes. And my dad started filling it in, and Cherry was in the hole, and he had to dig her out. And I was like, I don't ever remember that. And I was at home. My dad didn't let me do anything. So I'm sure my dad was home, and I would have known because I was the person that cleaned the dog pens if my dad ever filled in those holes, and he never did. So I think it's a weird timeline thing because that's been happening a lot lately. And my mom is very cool. She understands when that happens. She knows that that happens with me, and that there's definitely distinctly different timelines, and I happen to travel amongst them sometimes on purpose, and sometimes it just happens. But yeah, I think that might have been another me. Because
I mean,
I would remember it
that's
like
quite
during
that's
it is.
quite possible.
Yeah. And I know that
And
sounds like a totally like ridiculous excuse, but I
no,
would
no,
definitely
no.
recall that.
I completely believe you. As long as you know that I'm not trying to like gaslight you.
Yeah, I would never accept that, and I would be aware of it immediately because so I would definitely say something if I felt
Yeah.
uncomfortable. So you don't have to worry
Um.
about that.
If as long as you know I'm not trying to gaslight you, like I'm
Yeah.
being completely genuine.
I don't think
Um.
you could, dear. I mean, I love you, but I don't think you could because I gaslight myself so other people can't gaslight me. I just don't forget because
Yeah,
that
but
I've done that. I've done that before. It's not a good idea.
what I'm saying is, you know my intentions.
Yeah. I
So
think
so
I think that you would be cool in real life. I think that like we're both reasonable adults and like I know how to set
yeah,
boundaries. So I'm not worried about it.
yeah. So well, that's what I'm saying. We're good friends. Like I have no reason to, like. Let's be real, Zeppy. I'm fucking direct.
Me too. I'm
I don't need
super
to be like.
transparent and
Right.
toward.
I
I
don't need to go around the bush and really no.
I
I just
sometimes can be subtle, but like most of the time when it's important, I'm always very direct and clear, and I make sure that everybody's on
yeah.
the same page because that's the way I
Yeah.
roll. Toward
Yeah.
behavior is like my thing, and
Yes.
by that definition, I mean like I do not ever expect anybody to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. I never ask anybody to do something that I'm not willing to face myself.
Right.
Uh, and I never ask anybody a question that I will not answer if they ask me.
And I sure as fuck wouldn't interfere in a serious bond like that. That's completely
Yeah, well,
antithetical
you
to
wouldn't
my
be able to
character.
if it's a serious bond, you wouldn't be able to
But I
anyway.
wouldn't.
So
But I wouldn't. I
yeah.
just would.
Well, and
It's
I
not
there
in
are
my
people that are
character.
in my life that try like to like get a little too friendly in ways that make me uncomfortable, and I draw a line very clearly. I'm like, I shut it down. I mean, I'll hug them and they hug
I've
a little too long, and I'm like, you got to stop doing that.
I've
And you're
gotten
back
that
to fuck
too.
back.
I feel you.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well,
And I'm very clear with it.
there are some people that like you.
They don't
This
get
actually this
no.
ironically this is part of what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
There are some people that for some fucking reason that as soon as you're with somebody
Yeah, then they're all into
you
you.
become more wanted.
Exactly. Yep. It's
Which
because
is
they see
twisted.
that you're like good with somebody and then they want that for themselves and they think that you're the
Yeah,
only route to that because they don't see it around them as an opportunity. So they're just like, yeah. And those are not good people.
exactly.
Never good
Exactly.
people.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And
So
I will like still introduce them to Dan. If they're doing that, I'll be like, this is my friend. I will say like I'll just give like John or whatever his name is, some guy because I'm thinking of a particular person that I know from downtown. He like just hangs out downtown sometimes and like I introduced him to my friend and he hung out with her and he was like into her too. So I think maybe he's just a horny dude. But yeah, sometimes he hugs me for too long and he tries to like he'll put his hand on my knee and I think that's okay. But like if it lingers a little long or he tries to like, be like he gives me presents sometimes and I'm like, I don't want it because I don't want you to think like
Right.
taking
It's
advantage of
again,
you or
he's trying to
having any
find it
sort of
in.
expectations of me that I did not agree to. I don't want any implied consent happening here. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, come on, you can take it." And I was like, "Okay, if you say so, but this is not getting you any sort of favor." I mean, like, thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it. That's about all you're getting, though.
Yeah. He's trying to find it in. I hear
Yeah,
you for sure.
but yeah.
But
And he comes and hangs out, so if he's in my space and taking up, my work time sometimes, like, sure, I don't mind a little contribution if it's a gift even.
yeah.
As a friend, even gifts are nice. I think gifts are very nice. I just don't like whenever people give me expectations and then don't follow through. That I would rather nobody offer anything if they're not going to do that, because then that's setting me up for disappointment.
I agree with that. Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, and I can understand if somebody's got an excuse, but if it's all the time they keep coming through with excuses. So I have this weird thing I want to talk to you about. And it's like
Okay.
something that happens like almost like clockwork every few years during the same time of year. It's always in late July, which is ironically around my dad's birthday, which is the 22nd of July. Usually in that window of time, like any time 10 days before or after. I have something happen where somebody that I consider a very close friend to me, like totally like betrays my expectations, and like it's never like something that I did, but I always get blamed for something. And they're like, it's like they disconnect from me, like very in a way that like really like destroys my hope for humanity, you know? So like this
Well,
has happened like
maybe not
it,
exactly, but I
yeah, it's
can
happened
relate
several
with that.
times in a way
Yeah.
that like and I had I remember the last time I talked to them, like this person in particular is somebody that came through, and we had a little trade show and exchanged gifts, and like they hung out with me. It was right before my ex passed away and went into the hospital. Well, it was right before he went in the hospital. And like it was kind of a weird time for me when she came through, and she wasn't exactly like I expected her to be, because she has really good like lighting and camera and stuff, but she didn't look exactly, she looks really great on camera, and she looked good still. I think she's beautiful, but she looked different, like because her camera angles are very good, her lighting's very good, and it just like the way that she presents herself online is like the most polished view, of course, right? And she's good at that, and so I think I was asking her about her lighting and stuff whenever she was here, and everything was good, and we were like talking, and then a mutual friend of ours from Instagram like came through whenever I was not here, and like it didn't go very well. I feel like freaked out. He got oxygen deprived because he's not used to the high desert, and he was really like traumatized by like the homeless people in Albuquerque. It's like a really kind of a desert harsh environment, and he was coming from British Columbia, and my friend Kelly had to rescue him at my behest. I asked her to. She sight unseen is like the best friend ever. Sagittariuses are fucking rock. But she didn't have to do this, but she went and picked him up, and he was like panicking. She took him in, like let him shower, fed him, everything, and then dropped him off at the airport the next day with $20 that I sent her via like some app. And like I'm indebted to her forever for this. But then like whenever he got back home, he started talking shit about her, like sort of like saying like, because she's really into like Nightmare Before Christmas, and she's like kind of dark humor, and she like watches lots of crime drama shows and stuff. She's like kind of
That's
dark.
awesome.
Yeah, she is wicked. I love her so much.
Dude,
She's
that's
great.
awesome.
and and
And she's a
and like
Sagittarius. Like what?
yeah, and she's a Sagittarius, and she's so much fun. She
You know
also
I
is
am
like,
too, right?
yes, I do. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, and she's friggin' fantastic.
And I love
But
crime, like true crime. Like I love
yeah,
it. Like
yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
if I needed to like do something like with that in mind, she would be the person that I would call, because she knows, she's watched so many, and she likes like she likes to watch the serial killer stuff too. She's like really
Yeah.
into watching it, but
Yeah.
she's not like, she would never do anything like that, but she thinks like that is pretty genius, the level of what
No, no, no.
the
It's
H Holmes
understanding the
went, like friggin',
psychology.
yeah, I know. It's fascinating to me too. So I watch it whenever I'm around her because that's what she likes to watch. That and stand-up comedy, she likes that. And she loves Eminem.
Yeah.
That's like her favorite rapper.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
having the balance of the two. No, I completely agree.
Yeah, and she loves Hello Kitty just as much as she loves like dark stuff. So it's like
Right.
kind of funny. It's kind of
Balance.
paradoxical,
Yes.
and I like her a lot because she's
Yeah.
paradoxical like that.
That's
And I'm
why I
like,
like
ooh,
anime, like
yep.
cute like anime,
She doesn't
and
get into
then
that stuff, and like she's the only person that I know other than my mom who can be bossy around me, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. She can just tell me to do stuff, and I just do it because
because
like
she's compassionate.
well, and because we've already established a respect between us, to where I don't take it like she's being untoward in any way whenever she tells me to do stuff. She can
That's
do
what I'm
it. And
saying. Because
yeah,
she's
I know.
respectful, she has honor, she has integrity. So
Yeah,
you
but I
know
mean,
it's
I
not
to the
coming from
point
a
where
like.
like she doesn't like what's on my TV, and she is kind of a negative. She likes to complain about things a lot, and it doesn't bother me. It's like so weird because with other people, it really gets me. Like I don't like when people are negative. I don't like when they complain all the time. She does complain a lot, and I think it's like it's funny. I just like disregard it. Like it's like just part of who she is. I don't take it
Yeah.
personally ever, and it doesn't bring me down. I don't know why it's different, but it really. I noticed that other people that I'm not that cool with when they do those things get really kind of irritated when they notice that she can get away with anything around me. And I'm like, well, sorry, it sounds like a personal problem. It's like I don't know why it's like that, but hey,
We have a presence to us.
well, yeah, and it's like
If we're
how come
aligned,
she can
if
boss you
we're
around and I can't boss you around? And I'm like, I don't know, but it just works for some reason with her, and it doesn't work with other people. And I think it's also because like she was also close with my ex; they were very good friends, and like she understood like the relationship that I had with him, and like really was the first person that ever advocated and spoke up for me and my side of the relationship. Like because he was always bitching, and she would be like, I don't want to hear this. I think like you're like doing some bad shit too. And you really shouldn't be saying stuff like that about her whenever you're just as bad, if not worse. And I was like, I respect that. I think that she really taught me to speak up for myself and like really take evaluation of the relationship that I was in, which
sounds like
was
a
not,
Sagittarius. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And like
We
with
will
a,
not allow you to lower yourself and like
yeah, well, and like I didn't understand her relationship with her guy who passed away. Like now it's been almost 4 years ago, but she lost her basically her husband that she'd been with for almost 20 years, and then she lost her kid, her youngest, like by murder. Somebody murdered her kid, who was an adult, but like
what? How
he
did
was
I know
like
you
in
were
his,
gonna? I knew you were gonna say that before you said it. What the fuck?
yeah. It
And that's
probably I
not
told
like
you,
something
but
that just happens. How did I know that? That's crazy. What the fuck?
yeah,
Oh
but
my
like I
god,
didn't
that's
understand their
awful.
relationship because he was always really quiet and she bossed him around all the time,
She
and
sounds
like
like a cool shit though. Like
she's
definitely
very
like
cool, but like she's got to have somebody that will do her bidding and like she can boss around because she's like that's kind of how she is. And I tried to
yeah.
set her up with my friend Jesse, but he was like too drunk, and like he was like he didn't do a good job of the date because we went on a double date. We
Right.
went to a speakeasy, which is like totally like cool. And it was like we got last minute reservations and got to
You
squeeze
need
in
someone who
because
can take action and initiative
yeah,
and
yeah. And he was like
yeah, no, I
not
got it.
he was very into her, but like he wasn't paying attention, like he missed like what she was saying. So he's into her, but like wasn't really paying attention because he was
Right.
too drunk.
Yeah, he
And
wasn't
yeah.
present.
And he's very cool. He's kind of
No, I
nerdy
get it.
cool. He's like artsy, and I thought maybe he might be submissive enough to friggin' like be able to be submissive to her and still be masculine enough to where she doesn't think he's a pussy, because there
Wait,
is
she
a
has a
balance.
dominant side?
Yeah, she pretty much like at home, she's the boss. Like
Does she have a never mind, I won't ask that.
at home, she's the
Uh,
boss. Like, and what's really funny is her ex like did her bidding, and like she bossed him around all the time. He did what she wanted all the time. Like, and then whenever he went to work, we found out that he had a secret side because some mutual friends of ours were working at the same place and he was got to be a manager, and he was just like she is at home at work. But and that just blew my mind. I was like, what? He's like bossy and like commanding and assertive, and they're like, yeah, he's just like Kelly, except for he's not like that here at home. he's like the opposite. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. Cause he's an Aries too. And he was like pretty much, he also had, all Aries have a secret life. They
The
have some
girl,
part of their,
the
yeah.
girl I met last week is an Aries, but she
Well,
also
they have
has
a
she's
secret life. They have
Aries.
things that they will not tell you. They will not share with you. And it's nothing personal. They just have things that are theirs.
No, but
And sometimes,
she's an
yeah,
Aries Sagittarius though.
that's
So
like,
it's
oh, she loves to party, I bet. And very like impulsive. She's probably
she's
not really
fucking
reliable though.
but like she's actually got her shit together.
Yeah,
She works with rehab for people that are like getting
that's
off.
cool. Well, seeing that,
Yeah.
I would say that is a good sign because that is also
Oh
like
yeah. Oh,
returning and
she's
contributing the community that you were part of, probably. Because I imagine she probably had some history there. If because most people that are good at that have.
yeah, she did. A few years ago, she had a problem with alcohol.
And as long as she's not a dick about people that still choose that lifestyle, I think that that's
No,
probably good.
no, not at all. She's such a sweetheart.
I hate whenever people like stop doing something and then preach against it all the time, like, and won't accept
No,
people. Because
no,
that's like
no.
hypocritical in my mind. It's like, what do you
Yeah,
mean? Because you did it
yeah,
and you had to come to terms with it yourself. So why can't you let other people do that? And I
yeah,
understand if you can't understand, you can't resist the temptation and you're trying to put a barrier between you and somebody that has that issue. I can understand that, but don't like
yeah,
friggin' do it that way.
yeah.
It's not necessary.
She's a total sweetheart, and we
Well,
have
and
like,
Aries are like fire, that's fun.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they're also cardinal sign, you know?
I don't usually like find too many fire signs that I connect with, but when I do, it's
Yeah. Well,
usually
and I
very
am definitely a
interesting.
fire sign, but
Well, I usually like when I do though, it's usually like fucking heavy,
yeah.
like intense,
Yeah,
great.
well, it is with us, but it's not heavy intense. It's just intense.
Well, it's just different, kind of.
Yeah.
It's and I can just like drop everything and never speak of it again. Or
Yeah, me too.
if you want me to tell you offline, you know, I can
Yeah.
tell you what I remember. It's up to you. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. It's
I'm
irrelevant.
curious. I mean, like, and I don't really care where it happens.
Because
So, like, yeah, if you want to tell me about stuff,
I remember in more detail. But it's not really that important.
yeah, it's not really that important to me either. And
I
either
just,
way is fine. So if it comes up, it'll come up. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I just, I just wanted you to know that
I
I'm not,
appreciate that.
I'm not like trying to blow wind. Like
And that says a lot, really, that you were willing to bring it up and like say something. I really appreciate it, regardless
yeah,
of
yeah.
whether it was the
Well,
me on this
well,
timeline or
what
not.
when you're saying, yeah, well, not only that, but what I remembered is that I legitimately had just like invoked Asmodeus.
Yeah, and that's cool.
So
I like
that
it.
could very well be a part of it.
Well, and you know what? I have some weird Neptune energy, and I've got my Uranus is in Scorpio, and it's like I've also got my Neptune is in, or it's my Uranus is in Sagittarius. My Neptune is
Well,
in
what I'm
Scorpio.
saying is that was kind of the catalyst
Yeah,
because I
I
was
could
talking
see
about
that.
Asmodeus and I was talking about invoking it, and I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know where
Well,
that
and
could
it could have
lead.
been
And
like
you're
I
like,
also
well,
have kind of a
who
yeah.
cares? Who cares? It's fine. It's
Did I tell
nothing's
you since
happening.
Asmodeus?
We're not
Did I?
like you're not like physically together. Who cares? Like it was something along those lines. And I'll stop there, but like that was like the general gist of it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
well,
could
I don't
see
want to
myself
cross
saying,
any
well, like,
lines.
yeah, I don't think you could actually cross lines, really. I
No, I
mean,
said that. I said that. No,
oh
because you're like,
yeah,
well, so what? We're just talking. We're just friends. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, but this could like cause issue. And you're like, so what?
it wouldn't cause issues because Dan could walk in at any moment, and I would not change the way that I was talking to you,
Well, that's what. Yeah, but it was like,
and it wouldn't be disrespectful because, like,
but
he
it was
can trust
going,
me.
but it was going in a different direction. And
Do you think it was?
you
See, I
were
don't remember
talking,
that. But
you were talking about like, oh, it's fine. It's an open relationship. Blah 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 blah. And
mm,
I was like, huh? Like what?
Yeah, see, and I don't know. I think we're open in a way that we're very honest with each other. That is different kind of open, but it's
Right,
not open like
but
to other
you
penises
well no, you said
ever.
no, because no, it wasn't obviously it wasn't physical. But no,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like okay, like legitimately okay, like after the fact, we legitimately had a conversation about like how you said that you you reflected on the whole situation and realized that it was more of like you took it more seriously, like it was
Well,
more
and that
important
is
to you.
definitely true. Like your friendship is very important to me. I've like continually like said that like we have some sort of a
No,
bond that I think is
well, yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
distinct
But
and special.
I'm saying between you and him too, though.
It
You're like,
yeah,
oh, because
you
you're like,
know,
no, because I don't really feel like it's like doing anything wrong. It's not like, there's anything really happening. It's like, you know, um,
yeah, I didn't feel like I was trespassing or like
right,
letting someone trespass against.
right,
Yeah, I would say that
right.
that is true.
So you were saying,
Anything
so
that
you were
we've ever
saying,
said.
so you were saying, like, even if anything happened, like, it
It
wasn't
wouldn't
really a
like,
big,
but what could happen?
it wasn't really a big deal, yada yada yada. And I'm just like, yeah, but you really like, I think you should really think about that, da da da.
And
And
I do. And I
and
don't like I said, I think of you more like you are very close, like bestie friend. But
yeah,
and I find
no,
you,
I
I think
know,
that you're attractive as a person, and like maybe
yeah,
if I was
no.
single, like there would be something different, but it's like
But
that's
exactly,
not the case.
stop framing it in the present. I'm talking about the past.
Yeah,
I
but I
know
don't
that.
remember it. I don't remember that
You
happening.
don't remember? Okay,
Nope.
okay.
And I got a good memory. I think I would remember that very
Well,
distinctly. I'm
you're
not
freaking.
like that really at all. Like in a way that I'm not clear about my, and I wasn't at a point ever since I've been talking to you because I met you like quite a few, I think it was probably over a year into the relationship, and very devoted to Dan. I love him so much. He's great. And we're happy. And we
Yes,
actually, I have some interesting developments because we actually did have a like third person.
yes,
Like her name is Stephanie. And
yes.
like, yeah,
You were
she's
telling
she's
me you were telling me
she's
that
been
he was
around.
talking. You were telling me that he was talking to other girls, and I was like, "Well, doesn't that bother you?"
He
And you're like,
wasn't,
"No,
no, my
because it's
ex
not really."
was.
Because you're like, "No, it's not really. It doesn't really turn into anything." You're like, "They
Well,
just
no,
talk.
and
They're just
he that
friends."
Dan had never brought, he'd never talked to any other girl. Like he's friends with Roxanne. They're like really close, but like she's married and
You said he had friends, and they just talked, and it was like
yeah,
it was
they
just
do
but
that.
they hung out, or
They
whatever, and
do.
it
And
was
like
like
he even went to Arizona without telling me in the beginning of our relationship, and I had, because I hadn't told him like
right,
that
right,
wasn't
right,
cool, and we were very open. Like he just kind of like does stuff without telling me sometimes, and I'm like, that's not
right.
cool.
Yes,
So
yes.
I had to kind of draw the line with him, like, because she was
That's what
scared
you
to go
were.
to court.
That's what you were telling me.
Yep.
And
See, so some of it's the same,
so
but
this is what
yeah,
I'm trying to. So this is what I'm trying to say. I
Roxanne
pay
also
attention.
gets away with some weird shit like that. I don't know how she gets away with. Like he
I
tolerates her like taking money out of his bank account and putting it like in gambling games online, and like he ends up like out like $300 sometimes. Like
right, right. Yeah.
I was
See,
like,
I
what the
remember.
fuck? I was like,
So
I
this is
can't tell him what to do or how to deal with that. And I'm not gonna,
so
it's his money. He can do with it whatever he wants, but I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's a good friend. And I told him so. And she
so
doesn't like me anymore. She doesn't even talk to me or like come inside the house whenever she comes over. They just sit out in the front and like smoke pot. Or they'll like go drive around. She did like DoorDash and stuff. And so he'd go on her runs with her when she did that. And like they just smoke pot, and they've been friends since they worked together at Walmart. Like she was his
right,
boss at one point.
right.
And she's married, but her husband is like kind of like he's the dad of their kids, and kind of like they're not really, they go on trips and do things together, but they don't seem like they're really that connected. And she's definitely
Right.
hiding a lot for him from him in their relationship, that she doesn't have to
Uh
hide
oh.
with Dan, because like there's things that she has her secret life,
Mm,
with from her closest relationship. And like, I think that must suck to have to hide things from your like person, you know? And
Yeah,
I would not be comfortable in that kind of relationship at all.
I
But
I
because
couldn't do that.
like literally, like if he knew like what she was up to, sometimes like he would probably try and divorce her and take the kids.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm
Yeah,
way too blunt and upfront,
me
and
too. And I'm too honest about everything. It's like
that's
it.
why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Like, listen, like this girl that I'm talking to, like, well, let me actually talk about her a little bit. It'll make things a lot clearer. Okay.
Yeah,
So
cool.
like me and her, like we met like around the Lionsgate like deal, right?
That's very
And
fortuitous timing.
literally within the first like hour of knowing each other, we were like connected on multiple levels simultaneously.
Yeah, I could see that.
Massive lust too.
Cool.
And it was like kind of like, where is this coming from? And it wasn't
Well,
just like lust, like, oh, you look good. It was like
it was like
lust
you're
that was
hot, and I like,
attached.
oh yeah. See, that's how I was with Dan eventually. I was like, oh my God, this is really starting to bug me a little bit because I'm like really like into him to the point where like it's starting to like mess with my mind. Like I'm wondering if it's like making me crazy. uh
It's lust that was deeper than lust.
yeah, that's how it felt with Dan too. That's weird because like at first I was like, I don't know if I'm in a position where because you might just be a rebound, and I told him that up front. And then I was renegotiating it like 3 weeks later because like he accidentally said I love you whenever he went to work. And like I was like, yeah, we have to talk about that later. And
She
I was
told me
like kind of,
yesterday.
yeah, I was kind of thinking it in my head, but I hadn't said it, and I didn't say it back to him right away. I was just like, because I was still evaluating whether or not that was gonna,
Well,
but we've been together
well,
almost 4 years now. It's like,
well. This is the part I wanted to talk to you about
yeah,
because like things have been moving beyond fast.
sometimes that
Okay,
happens.
so
Just
yeah,
don't let
yeah,
it
but
burn
this
out
is nuts. Okay,
unless that's,
because like we've just like uh, connecting on a level that I can't even like. It's not logical, and it's crazy because I did our horoscope or our chart, and it literally says our connection defies logic.
yeah,
That's what
well,
it
that's cool.
says.
That's freaking
That's what it,
awesome. That's like synchronicity.
it,
And things are starting to get clearer as far as that goes. The friggin' planets are very fucking blunt with their
yeah,
like
yeah.
interpretations. There's like a few things that are kind of like it could go either way, but like I think
And
really Aquarius is the best age because
she
it's
has
like
she has
so.
Aquarius too somewhere. I can't
Yeah,
remember
and I
where.
don't have any Aquarius. My Aquarius house is empty, and my I don't have Aquarius like a planet. Also, there's a planet that's ruled by Aquarius, but I don't know which one it is. I
Yeah.
think isn't
Oh,
what planet it's could be Virgo, Venus. No, that's Venus is Virgo. There's got to be some planet ruled by Aquarius, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, is it
It
Jupiter?
it's no. My brain is foggy.
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
it.
I
Like
should know this too.
I know it like the back of my hand. I'm just like my brain. It'll come to me.
It's
Um.
not Saturn. That's not
No.
Saturn.
No. No.
It's got to be Jupiter. Or it's
No.
sharing a house with or a planet with another sign,
Well,
maybe. Because some of them are multiple sign house
speak of the
planets.
devil. She's calling me. I'll call her in a minute.
Oh,
Though. I'll call her.
you can disconnect and we can call back. I'll call you
No,
back whenever you're done with.
I'll call her in a minute. She'll survive. Um.
Okay, that's
This is what I'm saying. Things are like
she knows
crazy.
her ears are probably itching.
Yeah, she'd probably be
Yeah,
frustrated with me because I'm talking to another girl, and that's the
you
part I
can
want
have
to
her come here
address.
and talk. We can all talk if you want to.
This is the
I'm fine with that.
this is the thing. Okay, so like things have been moving really quick. Okay, we've never once spoken about um relationships.
Yeah,
We've never once spoken about boyfriend, girlfriend, you
Yeah,
know,
exclusivity or anything like that.
any of this. Okay,
So it's also open range.
we've been like I said, we've just been talking, you know, and it's been lust, but not like it's been much more than that.
I would definitely suggest having that discussion before anybody gets any expectations, you included.
Well, that's about the conversation we're about to have, actually.
Yeah.
But there's been like, you know, an emotional and a mental connection that's just as strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Real
yeah.
talk. And I'm admitting that as a man.
Yeah, that's
You
great.
know,
I think it's very
it's deeper than
it's very
just like,
appropriate, I think, for that to be a point of discussion soon, then for sure.
yeah,
Like sooner
yeah,
than later is better. Don't put it
yeah,
off.
yeah. No, I definitely will.
And
But
if you
it's
need
just,
any sort of feminine like neutral input, I can definitely do that. Like so
yeah,
don't like
yeah.
hesitate. So if you get like really confused about anything, just like friggin' hit me up because I will help you.
I would love for you guys to meet if I can get her
Well,
to.
yeah, and I would love like anybody that you're with, I would love to meet them. And I think that would
Yeah, for
like
sure.
allay any sort of like
Because
friggin'
I
it
trust
diffuses.
you.
Yeah, well, and it diffuses the situation immediately of there being any sort of like
Yeah,
suspicions or anything because I'm like very open, honest,
yeah,
blunt, and transparent,
yeah,
vulnerable,
yeah,
and all those things.
yeah. Well, I
And
trust
I
you.
am awesome, but I'm not threatening. I'm very
No,
like
no.
I know when to be submissive to somebody else's
Right,
relationship, especially.
right,
I'm not
right.
stepping on nobody's toes and saying anything untoward that I did not feel out very thoroughly
Sure.
previously. And sometimes I
Yeah.
do cross a line, but I do it in a funny way. Like, I don't think I'm too friggin' out there.
No,
And
no, I don't
people,
think so.
it's really a very good filter because, like, if people can't handle the intensity, then they don't need to be my friend.
Exactly. I feel the same way. We're the
Yeah.
same in that way. We have a
And I'm
lot.
done with like compromising my own self for other people's convenience and comfort.
Yeah, no,
And I don't
no.
have to do that with Dan. I love it. He's great. I don't have to be anybody that I'm not. It's like, and I had some interesting things happen with Stephanie, like, because she's much more domestic. But like in the very beginning, I immediately brought up like what I'm looking for as far as a third person. And I'm like, and we don't have to like exactly nail it down right away because I understand, you don't even know if you're like all that comfortable here and you're not really done with your last relationship that much, but like I don't think you should be doing anything without like letting everybody know what's going on because that's not responsible. And but you handle that side of whatever's going on in your own way. I'm just saying what I like I'm looking for, and she didn't really like she was like, I don't know, I'm not really looking to be part of a relationship. I think I want to keep it casual. And I was like, that'll work here, but only for a while. It's like it's not gonna be like very sustainable that way because I am definitely don't want somebody in the way if I come across somebody that I'm like interested in having that's like more compatible towards a relationship. And I'm like, it wouldn't be like you're a third wheel ever because you would have exactly equal contribution to the relationship with both of us that you would have if you were here the entire time. It's like you're
Right.
walking into it as an equal. Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is like I'm just and she was kind of like confused a little bit. She's a little bit younger than both of us. She's actually 11 years younger than me, and Dan is 11 years or 12 years older than me. So there's quite a lot of different distance between them, but she kind of has a preference for older guys. And well, I gotta say, I just like it doesn't matter. I don't have any preference for a type, but I'm into an older guy, obviously.
I'm the
Um,
same way. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't really care one way or the other.
Yeah, I found that
Older,
like I can
younger, it
really
don't
fall in
matter.
love with anybody if they love me. Like that is how that works.
Right. Right.
But if once
Yeah.
I'm devoted to somebody, I'm very fucking loyal. So it's like
Me
it's
too.
not like I'm just like easy, but I fall in love very
Right.
easily.
Well,
And
I'm
as
like,
long
I think they call it, uh, uh, demisexual and sapiosexual.
Yeah.
So
Like, so
there's
you
like
gotta have a mind
multiple.
connection to be really turned on. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and see, my ex was like the opposite. He didn't have to have anything but a physical connection, and he was falling in love. He couldn't have sex with somebody unless he was head over heels. And he felt that means that he, by default, fell in love with everybody that he ever slept with.
Oh God.
And there was like a connection that he could not break, even with a narcissist. And of course, I
Oh
understand that's difficult
no.
because she was a Cancer and a narcissist. And this one is Stephanie's a Cancer. She's very emotional and kind of like easy to trigger, but she's also like her ex is still fucking with her head because he was a narcissist. And like she was like, how do you don't even know this guy, but you're like totally telling me how he is. And I'm like, that's because all narcissists follow a script, and it's like creepy how specific it is that their default program,
Yeah.
it's a default program that could potential in everybody's head, but not everybody expresses it. And it's usually like he's got trauma in his childhood. There's definitely that, always, almost always.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, he's kind of mentioned a few things, but like he was like calling her names and making her cry because it's real easy to do that with her because she's a Cancer. She's got her feelers out and he steps on them. And I'm like, why do you let him do that? I'm like, and so I kind of did the like, I'm pulling out my Sagittarius, friggin' my Sagittarius influence planet, and which is also in retrograde, which was right at this last, that's the thing that does the thing that flips people on me, is that Sagittarius retrograde Uranus in my
Uh, testing 1 2 3. We appear to have a technical difficulty.
yeah, right whenever I said Uranus retrograde
Uh oh.
Sagittarius in my like fifth house, I think it
Where's
is.
your
I'm not
sound?
sure. It's gone. Where am I?
What
Am I
is
here?
going on?
You can't hear
Hello?
me? Can you hear me?
Hello? I cannot hear you. The fuck? Oh, Zeffy. That reminds me. We still need to do that divine feminine, divine masculine show. For real. We still got to do that divine masculine, divine feminine show.
Is it working now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we still need to do that show.
we do. We do. I think
Yeah,
that is prescient for sure.
and I'm
And good
curious.
timing.
I'm I want to tell you something about Jessica.
Awesome.
Jessica. Okay, it's crazy. That name follows me. My
Yeah,
very
I've got
first
another friend, Cassiel, that was a Jessica, and like it was
my
a weird thing too.
my very first serious girlfriend. Okay, and this is, well, you know what? It won't be weird to you. It'll be weird to everybody else. My very first serious girlfriend. In fourth grade.
Fourth grade, yeah.
Her name was
Mine was
Jessica.
first grade. Yeah,
Her
first grade
name
was
was,
Dustin, my
well,
first kiss boyfriend.
I'm saying like serious.
Yeah, mine was
Uh,
serious. He used to ride his
really?
bike for miles to come to my house and kiss me in my front yard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was in first grade. He was, I
Well,
think he was. in second grade.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I was a
So
little bit early for my relationships for sure.
her name. Oh, I had like, I mean, I had relationships that I didn't even know about. I remember because I was talking to one of my exes about, like, she's like, you probably been with a bunch of girls, and I was like talking about like relationships, and my mom was there, and she's like, no, don't you remember? Da 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 da. And I was like, what? I was like,
Yeah,
when
my
was it?
poor
She's like, oh,
mom.
you
Oh
were
my
six.
god, I
Don't
got
you
busted
remember? Like,
playing
no, I don't
doctor with
remember. Like,
I got
what?
busted playing doctor with two boys by my probably like 7. And yeah, my poor her room, so I like distracted or playing with my stuff, my all my cool toys. And like then I was sitting there for a while because she was calming down before she came to talk to me because she was not happy. She was like very freaked out. And she was like, poked my head out and I was like, can I read a book, please, or a magazine? And she goes, yes, go ahead. Just like, I'll be in there in a little bit. And so I dug down to the bottom of the box and I just happened to find this like play or Playgirl like special edition like hardcover book in the very bottom of this box where my mom kept magazines and books by her bed. And I sat it on my lap and I was opening it up as she walked in the door. Like, and then had to talk about what happened. And she was like, oh my God, what the she was like, she just calmed down, and she was already upset again. And so, yeah, I had to tell her about, she was like, well, what happened? And I was like, well, Alex and Patrick, they came over to the playground and I was just there and they like told me about this thing called getting laid and we just found the radiator laying out in the bushes and like I just laid on top of him and his brother was like I don't know his wiener, it's like he's putting it like between my legs like and my mom was like oh my, that is
Yo,
inappropriate. And we
my
had to have the
my
talk that day at 7. I can
my
totally relate to how hard that is because
my
I had to tell my daughter about death when she was 5.
the reason why Jessica was serious is because, believe this or not, we were together for 3 years. Okay, in fourth
Ooh, so
grade.
it's a reprise
It
relationship.
was it,
Nice.
it, wa- it
Well,
was three.
and
We were together for 3 years. But here's the thing: her friend, who also was named Jessica,
that's a weird coincidence.
also
There's a lot of
also
Jessicas in the world, though. There's almost as many Jessicas as there are
also
like Amandas or Stephanie.
yes.
Living, yeah, there's a lot of
Yes,
them.
but they followed me. Like, it's
Yeah.
just kind of wild, okay? And like she had like a crush on me like the whole time, and I didn't even know it. And
Oh,
then
I
like
remember you
when
telling me about this. I think like you were
oh
talking about
really?
it before. Uh huh.
Okay.
Previously, we've talked about
May-
something like that where you were
Maybe
like
a while
totally
back.
like yeah, you were totally unaware that she even liked you like that, like at all, because you
Yes.
were like totally like you didn't
Yeah.
get it. You were just like not in that frame of mind where you're receptive to
No, I
that.
was too focused. Yeah. And then also my ex fiance, although she was Taino, so she spelled it Jessica with a Y. But
Jessica, I
it
love
was
that. It's like,
fucking it.
oh, I knew
It
a
was
Macedonian
still
girl named
fucking
Yasna,
Jessica.
and it's
It was
great.
still
I
it
love
was
the
still
yeah.
fucking Jessica. So I mean, my
It's different though.
well,
It really is. It's
so
like
now
telling me,
my friend. Well, I mean, as far as she's concerned, she's my girlfriend because she don't want me talking to anybody, and she
well,
wouldn't
that
like
can
me.
be problematic.
And she,
Yeah.
well, yeah, we need to talk about that
Yes, for
because
sure. You should do that.
because I mean, I like her and all that for
Yeah,
sure. I
that's
definitely
unreasonable and insecure though. You don't need to have that if that's going to be the case. 'Cause it's
right,
like, ooh,
right.
that's not a good look. Jealousy is not pretty. It's not an attractive thing. Some people are like require it, but because they don't feel like somebody really loves them unless they're a little jealous. But I think that's
Yeah,
immature and unnecessary and not an adult
yeah,
take
yeah.
on
Well,
relationships.
I mean, it's not like she doesn't like freak out. It's just kind of like,
I think as long as she was introduced, like, and she's
Yeah.
clear on what her position is, and you guys can discuss that like clearly, I think that that'll probably be okay. It'll have to be, or it won't be.
Yeah.
And it'll be really
But
expeditious, whether you know which side she falls on there.
I just, the more
Don't have
riches
any
the
expectations unless you're willing to be disappointed, though. That's all I got to say.
yeah.
Pre-discussion, at
I
least.
I just think it. I mean, to be honest, like eh, as much as we vibe, like I just feel like it's too soon to call anything like that when
Well, then
we
just be
still
honest
have
about that.
distance
I think
and
that the best policy is just be
no,
honest
no,
about
I'm going to be. I'm
it.
going
Yeah.
to be.
And it's difficult sometimes to be like that. But like with
Yeah.
Stephanie, I was like, well, I really am looking for somebody who has like basically is good at the things that I am bad at, so that Dan can be fulfilled, and I like we can all work out some sort of like a system, so everybody's fulfilled, because like I
Well,
have things that I'm particularly good at, and I like love giving presents, and like I can like give you things that you want, and like I like going down on you, and like I could do that all the time, like I was like writing the list, of things that I could offer. And I'm like totally not a jealous person. Like, so you
right.
can like be like as close to Dan as I am, and I could be like, we can all have our individual relationships and we can have it all together too. It's like we'll establish ourselves with each other in a way that is like an adult relationship. And yeah, I think it got very intense for her. Like, and I think she's just not done with her past relationship. She's not really ready for a commitment. So she hasn't been around in about a week, but she was coming by and she stayed here for like probably close to a month, like off and on. And yeah,
Right.
but I really don't like fluid exchanging with people that are not committed to me. Like, like at least like they're
Right.
gonna tell me if they're sleeping with somebody else. And I'm allergic to
Yes.
latex, and it doesn't really work. There's no like female condom that is like
Right.
somewhat reasonable. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I've had to deal with
yeah,
that a lot myself. I hear you. It's an easy fix. It's not difficult.
for being a smoker, it's just I prefer she doesn't do it in my
I've
room. Like, so I
I've
had to tell her that, and
it's really not that difficult.
I love
Um
emo. I like cancer. Cancer women are great. They're very
yeah,
open and like intense and
yes.
emotional, and I don't mind. I'm also emotional for a fire sign. I like got a lot of water expression, even though there's not a lot of water in my chart.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm very good at my emotions because I had damaged ones for a while and I had to repair them myself. So I put in the
Yeah.
work. And so I like whenever I cry, sometimes I'll just cry for no reason, or I'll just have a bad day and I'll just be upset for a while and then it's better the next day. It's fine. It's like I'm
Yeah.
kind of like that, really bouncing back. It's like we had a couple of little disagreements. Like we had a bit of a disagreement because I was trying to give her some clothes, like some of the stuff that I had that didn't fit me. And I was like, she's taller than I am and she has a bigger butt. And as a compliment, I tell her she has a big butt and it's, so maybe this will fit you. And she was like, oh no, that would never fit me. We're not that big. We're not that bit different in size. And I was like, you're taller than me for sure by a few inches. And your butt is definitely bigger. You got bigger boobs. Like, yeah, we're not the same size. And
Oh,
like
she's like fun size and it's
yeah,
fucking so
she's fun
adorable.
size, but
She's
yeah, but she's really
adorable.
insecure about her body too. The
She
Stephanie
has
is
like
like,
tiny feet. Like it's
I love
adorable.
tiny feet.
I
Yes,
do too. I do
mine are
too.
average sized, unfortunately, but
I'm
I think
like
that's kind of nice too.
she has like long ass hair, like yeah, it's
Yeah. And see, Stephanie, like she wears wigs because she messed her hair up with extensions, like tape in ones. She like basically pulled her hair out with the glue strips. And so she's growing her hair back and she's got wigs that she wears. And like she's really insecure about her body when like she likes to have the lights low when we're getting down. And yeah, I was like, I don't know why you are insecure. Just like, yeah, just be yourself and like you're beautiful. Like even the stretch marks. I like stretch marks. Their texture, it feels good, you know. And I'm like, and
Who gives a
I think
fuck
she was a
about
little
that?
intimidated because I'm very open and like I'm
Yeah,
not shy and
right.
I'm very confident. And
Me too,
so it's
right?
kind of
Yeah,
weird for
people
her
get
to get
weird.
used to that a little bit. And like,
People
yeah, we
don't
had
people
fun and
don't get
stuff.
it.
And
Yeah.
she loves my massager. I was like, check this thing out. It goes. She's like, oh wow, that's really wow, that's nice.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean because I'm the same way, and people are just like, "You're so open, you're so accepting, you're so confident." It's like, yeah,
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 and I definitely got
that's
her up. She was like, wow, that was amazing. And I was like, thank you. It's been a while. I It's good to know I didn't forget how to do it. And Dan is just like a kid in a candy store. He's like, wow, this is great. Friggin'. And he definitely has more of a libido like requirement than I do. I think all men probably do because it's like almost like you have to do it. And a lot of guys don't like
okay.
to self-service.
Well,
But
for me, this might sound strange, but it's part of my love language.
yeah, and see, for me,
Like that's not like an excuse. That's not like a
I can be
trick.
just happy just cuddling with somebody, you know,
I
like
love that too,
for
but
weeks on end.
they go together.
And yeah, like with Dan, I definitely get more intense with it, but
Do you get what I'm saying though? Like that's not a cop out. That's not an excuse.
yeah.
It's not a trick. Like it's
Sometimes
literally
it's
a
also
part.
just functional. Like I understand like an afternoon quickie for a guy.
No, no, no. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's
Well, see,
not.
and I think
It's
it's
very
different for men and
intimate.
I think it's
It's
different for men and
intimate.
women though. Cause like I think for men sometimes like you could have like a quickie and it's satisfying as a man, but I don't think it's
No,
really all that
no,
satisfying except for that
no.
you're like doing a service for your man in a way. Like, but it's
But
not I need more
that's what I'm
time and
saying.
investment
That's
for it to
no,
be like really
no,
intensely good.
no. Listen to what I'm telling you. No, that's what I'm telling you. No,
Okay.
it's the intimacy. That's what it is.
Yes.
That's part of the love language. It's not just that's what I'm saying.
See, and I think that's great.
It's not about the end result. It's the intimacy is what I actually
I
desire.
agree. I think so too. That's the way I am mostly, actually. So it doesn't matter always if I don't need to get off
Is
every time, and
is that
I like it's not
strange?
going to happen probably. No, yeah, it's a little strange for a guy, I think, but I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think there's any problem with. I don't think it's like irregular or anything wrong with it. But it's definitely not a usual thing because guys are more
Right.
like
Yeah.
materially objective in that way.
No.
You know
I
what I
don't.
mean?
I'm
Usually
never like
they
that to
are
be
not
honest.
as
I'm never like that.
emotionally abstractly
No.
connected in the way
I
that you're seem
I
to be
I
describing.
I always
Yeah.
am.
Which
Always.
I'm like that too. And I am actually like more masculine. Like I can take turns. Like I like what I like. I'm a switch hitter, you know, like sometimes I'm more dominant and sometimes I'm more submissive. It just really depends on the
Right.
situation and how I'm feeling
Well,
and how my partner is.
I'm always dominant. But here's the thing. Like I'm always dominant, but there's always intimacy and emotion there. They're not mutually exclusive. So like I could like for instance, I could be super dominant and super rough. Uh,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
oh Lord, here we go again.
Can you hear me?
Hello, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Please try again. Please return to the window. Please try again.
Maybe I need to switch. We don't know if it's routing correctly. I guess we shall see. Oh, I'm in the show. I'm back. Can you hear me? Hello? Where did you go? Did you disappear? Uh-oh. I'm out here by myself. Ah! It looks like I'm making noise. I might be making noise. I really like that painting. That's a good painting. Speaking of which, that was a ritual. And it will be finalizing at the end of the month on the 27th. I'm doing another final installment of my seizing the power of the masses to solve a troublesome issue in a novel way sort of spell that I've been working on for like several years now. I've been working it. It's been getting longer and longer. And now I'm gonna finally finalize it for the real time that it's final. Because it seems like correct timing to me, very much so. And every time before that I thought I was finalizing it, it didn't seem like it was quite done yet. And now it seems like very clear that it will be done. And it will be done. I don't know if you're gonna come back or not. I'm just gonna hang out here, I guess. La la la. Somebody sent me a messenger message. Oh. Nobody is a Storm chances to continue into the work week with hotter temperatures.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know. There's like something doesn't want us talking for some
What the
reason.
fuck? I don't get it.
Because I switched over to 5G now. I'm on like not on my home Wi-Fi because it was having some weird issues with the Roku earlier too. So
Why?
I'm like suspecting that it was. Can you hear me? No audio.
That is frustrating.
It is because like my thing is obviously making noise. I don't know if everybody else can hear me. I should check the YouTube and see if it's on the YouTube if I'm making noise. Nobody can hear me or what? See, no audio. Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? No. See, that got quieter. Can you hear me? I should look at the settings. My side. Echo cancellation. We'll turn that off. Hello? Oh, that might be better. Hello? Hello?
What
Hello?
the fuck?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes? No? Try it one more time. Can you hear me?
How do I hear the
Can you hear me now?
notification that you're here but not hear you?
I don't know. You
What
can't hear
the
me still?
actual F? Like what?
And if you look at the screen, it's just making the noise.
WTF? I don't understand this. It was working fine when every time. Should I just restart the live? Like I don't understand. It only took one time to reset it, and it would be fine.
Whenever I make noise, it like is doing, it's moving. So I don't know either. It's like, oh, so weird. I gotta check YouTube and see if it's making noise on YouTube.
There we go.
Is that better? Oh,
Yes.
awesome. I was about to
Okay,
go to
okay,
YouTube.
okay. So there's a twist to what I'm saying. Okay,
Uh
so
huh.
maybe this will like make more sense. So as I said, there's always an emotional element. Okay,
And a
but here's
mental
the
element.
but
Yeah,
here's the
mental
twist.
connection.
Yeah, actually there is. Like
Mm-hmm.
sex is almost like a
Yeah, that is a
psychological.
sapiosexual thing. That is what sapiosexual means.
We'll go yes, but there's also like a psychological.
Like, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I get what you're saying. You don't even need the words,
there's
but
like an
I understand that.
intimacy in a gentle way, but then
Yes,
here's the thing: like I can also be very like I'm a dom. Okay,
yeah,
like
I get that.
I'm always a dom. Okay,
Always,
always. Okay,
uh, hmm,
okay, and so like I can be really rough and uh exhibit various shades of gray if you catch my drift. Okay.
yeah. And you're more into that than you are to not, probably, I assuming.
I just tend to, I guess,
Seems to be your preference.
attract girls that are into it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
cool.
and I really enjoy that because they do, right? And so what I'm saying is, I enjoy. It's kind of like we were talking about, like true crime
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Hello Kitty.
The dark. You like the darkness,
I
and the
like
darkness
I
likes
like
you.
I like the dichotomy of like the rough, you know,
Yeah,
and
and
the
that's
gentle.
interesting. That's interesting because Dan like really had not had somebody who's like into that at all, and I kind of let him like let loose like that because I was like, and I encouraged it a bit because I felt like he needed that a bit too, and he got
Yeah,
really into it. But it's not all the
yeah.
time because I like
But
to take turns. That's the
so
way it works with
that's
us.
so that's so that's what it is. Is it's like um I enjoy like being aggressive and being dominant, but
Yeah,
then like
as a man should. Like I can see that
but within that, I like to have the gentle
vulnerability too,
and
which is also
softness
a friggin' power
as
move, really.
as well.
That's
Is
just a
it?
power move in the other direction. Yes, it is, because vulnerability is the ultimate power. Because
I
that
mean, I
means that
agree with that. I agree with
you're
that.
not
But
scared of
it's like
anything
if
if you're
I'm
vulnerable.
like I don't want to get too explicit, but like if I'm being rough with you, you know, like I'm not trying to like objectify you in that way. I
Or hurt
mean,
you. You're
I'm
not
not
really
I'm
trying to hurt you. You're trying to cause pleasure,
right.
not pain. Like not like.
Right.
And if somebody
And like
like doesn't speak up for
and
themselves,
like
they might get hurt. So
I love you, you know? And so I want to show that love too. But I also
yeah,
want to, you're a bad girl, and I want you to know you're a bad girl, but you're my bad girl. You know what
it's
I'm
so
saying?
funny.
Like, you get what I
Oh
mean?
my god. Yes, I get it. I get it. And you know what's really weird is I
Am I saying
realized
too
like
much?
no, I don't think so.
I'm
I
just
think it's
trying
fine.
to express it. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like you were bad, and I'm gonna spank you, and you're gonna know you were bad, and I might have to, we might need a
See, and
safe
it's
word.
so interesting because I let Dan express that, and
But
Stephanie's
like,
really not
I'm
into
gonna
like
like
that.
kiss you. But I'm gonna like kiss you and tell you like, like,
Yeah, and like Stephanie likes firmness, but not like. She doesn't like sharp, like no butt spanks or anything like that's too rough. She likes,
Oh, they
like
all
intensity, but not like she doesn't
they
like a sharp smack. And I don't mind a sharp smack. And like
I
Dan kind of
mean,
tried to test that a little bit, and like she was like, nope, cut it out. I'm not into that. If you got to spank somebody, spank her. She likes it. And
every girl I know loves it.
I don't mind I mean, and like Dan has actually got too rough a couple of times, and I had to like go, okay,
Fucking hot.
I don't need a gouge mark in my neck from you biting me. I like you to bite me hard, but like don't draw blood.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Not too much, anyways. Not like because I mean it was good like
I'm talking about
until
spanking. That's different. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
that's
And I do like a bite. I do like a
like
bite,
a
but I don't
nibble.
like
Like
breaking
I'll pull your
skin.
hair, but like
And I nibble
you
on
know,
the earlobes, and he's like got really sensitive nipples, and I like to nibble on them very gently.
I
But
like
he
pulling
doesn't
her
like
hair.
it.
Yeah, that's I like
He's
that
getting
too.
used to it
Just scratch
because he
me. I
knows I'm
like
not
that.
gonna bite him anymore. But he
From
jumps whenever I get close to his nipples.
from my perspective, I like to be scratched. I think that's fucking hot because it's
Yeah,
like
I can see that.
primal.
Well, and Dan
Yeah.
doesn't seem to mind that whatsoever. Like I could scratch him, I could like probably draw blood. He wouldn't care about that. But his
No,
nipples are
but
very
like they're
sensitive.
really like that's one thing that I really do like. That like when I was younger, like it seemed like every girl did it, and now it's like no one does. I don't know why, but like
Yeah, well, and then the
I always
candle wax is
I
fun.
like it.
I like
I
that.
like it. Yeah, yeah,
Little bit of candle
yeah.
wax drizzle. Yeah.
Well,
I
I
even
like
got
the
into some like blood like drinking like with my ex, like razor. He
when I
cut
was
me with
younger.
a razor,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
She
it
had
was
like
like I was already
vampiric
self harming at
tendencies.
that point because that's a power move that you're making on yourself to give yourself
Right.
power when you feel like powerless. That's what I was doing
Yes.
that for at the time. But but whenever I was out on my own, I kind of like went through a transitionary phase where I got a little into like that with my ex, and he was just experimenting with what he was into because he was a virgin when we met,
Oh,
and I pretty much like gave him like, well, just if you're into something, bring it up.
right.
I said I'm
Yeah.
willing to try anything once, usually twice, just to make sure the first time wasn't a fluke. Even if I didn't like it the first time, I'll try it again. That's pretty
You
much
sound
my
like
policy
me.
about everything. Yeah, I'm like,
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm the
until I
same way.
figure out that I don't like something for sure, and then even after some
Yeah.
time has passed, I might try it again, just in case, because my tastes change, and it's like I'm not going to
Right.
shut
Yeah,
something off
no.
and
Exactly.
forever. It's like
Yeah.
but for a while I'll be like, it might be hard to convince me to do that because I did it not too long ago, and I wasn't really into it either of the times that I tried it, and it wasn't
Yeah.
great. But yeah, also to please a person, I will do lots of things that I'm not into.
Well, if they're really
Because it
into
gives
it,
it gives me pleasure for them to have pleasure, and it makes it worth it.
well, if they're like really into something, then it gets me hot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and I'm willing to push
For
boundaries
sure.
for that, for sure.
You
Yeah, in
know?
the sexual way, at least with a relationship. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
I won't ever go into the ground where I'm transgressing and going against like my instincts of who I am and what I should be doing anymore. That I did that
Right.
for my ex really bad. Like I was a doormat, literally.
Oh no.
And I put up
Yeah.
with lots of stuff that I should never have put up with in retrospect. But I had to because I wouldn't end
Oh
up
no.
here where I am if I hadn't. Because I would have been somewhere else, and I wouldn't have never gotten the opportunity to be in this relationship that I'm in now, which I'm very happy with. So I'm very glad that I went through all that anyways, but I'm not going to do that again. But luckily I don't have to because it's not even, there's no issue with that I could see. The only thing with Dan is he doesn't talk about what he's thinking, and he doesn't like to ask for what he wants. He doesn't
Oh
feel worthy
no.
for whatever reason. Like he'll
I don't
interject. He'll like other forms of communication other than talking.
I don't ask, I tell.
And yeah, well, see, and that's if you tell me to do the dishes, I'll be like, okay. When I
Right.
get around to it, then I'll forget.
I mean, I won't be an asshole about it. I'll
But if
just be
somebody
like,
asks
hey,
and they
like,
please, I'll do it
right.
immediately. And so I think that should be way easier for them to ask me for something if I want if they want it,
Right.
you know, and I think I get credit that way. I get a little pat on the head, like I got credit for doing the thing, which makes me feel good
Yeah.
about it and gives me
Yeah.
motivation to do it again. But I think
Right.
if somebody
Yeah.
expects me to do something without asking and
I hate that.
then
No, I hate that.
that's a personal
No,
problem.
I
I
hate.
hate it too.
No, I
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Like it's my duty as a woman to friggin' clean the house. That is not going to work for me. You need to ask me so I get credit for it and I can check it off of a list or write me a list. That's even better. And then I can check it off and give myself the endorphins as I
Right.
do
No,
it, you
yeah,
know?
I
And
completely get that. I
my
completely get that.
instruction
He doesn't
manual
get that?
exists. Yeah, I'm very easy. He will not ask me for anything. Like, because
What?
I don't know why. I think it's
That's
like it doesn't count if he
weird.
has to ask. It's almost like it doesn't count if he has to ask.
No, that's
He wants,
stupid.
and what's really funny is like I tried to do the things that he asked for, like he wants me to like just think of him and like go bring him a drink when he's outside. But every time I do it, he's not there. He's somewhere else, and I end up wandering around looking for him. And then I go back inside, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Where did you go?" I text him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not there." And I was like, "Well, I went out to give you a drink, but you weren't there, so like, don't say I
Right.
never friggin' did that, because I did."
Right.
And then I feel like
Yeah.
I just wasted a bunch of effort. So I'm like, if you want something, just like come and ask me. Say, hey, will you bring me a drink or text me? If I'm not sleeping, I'll answer you and I'll definitely give you what you want if you ask every time, especially if
R-
you're nice about it and say please.
right.
It's not that hard,
It's really
but it is
not.
apparently very hard for him to ask for what he wants because I feel like some part of him feels like he doesn't deserve it. And I don't
Oh
understand that.
no.
Yeah, it
That's
is
bad.
problematic. Yeah, it's because he was
That's
treated
very.
badly and
Oh.
he's never been able to really express himself in a way that he didn't feel like because his ex was his ex that passed away was like very like she was the boss. He went to work to make the money to support the household and
Ah.
that was his job. That was the very man thing to do and he still tries to do that and I appreciate that but I don't need that like so we had a little bit of static when we first started dating because he would like bring me food and then like he'd sit down and he would eat and he was like aren't you gonna eat and I was like I'm not hungry right now but I will eat it later thank you so much for bringing me food I really appreciate it and he got a little like miffed and I was like why are you upset
Right.
like are you trying to make me fat or what like I eat
Right.
when I'm hungry and I appreciate you bringing me food, but you
He
didn't ask me
wanted
if I
to like
wanted any.
see you eat.
Yeah,
He
like
felt
he
like you didn't
wanted it to
appreciate
happen
it.
like under yeah, his thing like yeah, I was gonna like eat it or something. And I'm like, no,
I
I'm gonna
know
eat it later.
exactly. I know
And
exactly
I
what
don't
you
get
mean.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
don't
know
get it.
exactly.
'Cause
I
it's like,
don't. Yeah, no. People are weird. I've dealt with the same shit. It's like, yo,
yeah, and it's
I'm
like,
literally, I literally just ate, and like, you can't eat it. It's like, did you hear what I said?
yeah,
Like,
it's like
it's
I'm
like
not
it just
hungry
fucking
right now.
goes
And
in
so
one
he's
ear and
learned
out the
now he'll
other.
ask me or he'll just get food for himself. And I'm fine with that too, because I can feed myself. I don't need somebody to feed me. I appreciate it if you feed
Right.
me. But like
Yeah.
and I don't and like if he's hungry and if I'm cooking, I will ask him if he wants me to cook for him too.
They're
But
like, it's gonna
like
get cold,
it's
and I'm like, yeah, and
I don't just
the
automatically make
fucking
food at a certain time of day. That doesn't happen with
right,
me.
yeah.
I
They're like it's gonna get cold, and I'm like, yeah, and the
like
air
yeah, and I
fryer
can
is
heat
right
it up.
there. Like what?
But every time I've cooked for him like a meal, like there's like the other day, like he was like, "Well, there's nothing here," and I was like, "I can make something out of what we have for sure. So if you're hungry, I'll make you
Right,
something." And
right.
I'll propose some options, and I ended up making salmon patties and green beans, and it was good. And he liked it,
Oh,
even
oh,
though he
oh,
doesn't
oh,
like.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah,
That reminds me. Um,
so good.
I
Salmon is
might
so
be
good for
starting.
you.
I might be starting a cooking show.
Oh, yeah, cooking is a fun idea. My mom was thinking about starting a cooking show too. She got a new
Yeah,
remodeled kitchen to do it in, and I think
I'm
I was gonna
making.
do her pilot whenever we go down to visit next time.
I'm making coconut uh curry chicken today.
Oh my gosh. My mom
Yeah,
ma my
yeah.
mom air like overnighted me her, fig bars from her fig tree that she grew the figs on, and it's so good. It's so better than fig Newtons.
But like, tell
They're
me what is going
yummy.
on in the stars right now, Zephy, because like I have my
Well,
friend, I have my
we're in the
friend,
year of
I have my
Leo. We're in the
friend,
year of Leo
I have my
influence.
friend, I have my friend from years ago talking about, I've always cared about you, and I think that maybe I overlooked,
Yeah,
my
there are
real
people that are definitely
feelings.
reevaluating past mistakes. That's
It's
happening.
like, no, we were never together. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still evaluating like missed opportunities and revisiting those.
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of people have been coming back into my life as well. Like the Jessica, I like disconnected from her for years, and then I just like came back. Like I
Right.
hit her up like and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I just like
I mean,
came across your number in
I
my
guess
phone,
I
and
can't necessarily complain, but
yeah,
it's like
no, it's good.
everybody like is on me now. Like I don't know what's
Just
going
like
on.
I would say, remain neutral towards any person that comes in your life, and take a like a reasonable evaluation time before you just jump right into like
Do
anything,
I look
because
different? Like I don't understand. Like what?
no, you
I
don't look different. You look like you always do. I like the way you look, and you're nice. You
okay.
look like you've been working hard and you got some sun.
Yeah,
That's good.
definitely.
Don't
That
Whenever
definitely.
you're
So
on
that does
camera,
show.
don't ever do that thing where you like pull your hair from your middle of your head back and leaving the sides, because you look like one of the Three Stooges when you do that.
What do you mean? What?
It like makes your forehead look really big whenever you like smooth down your hair on top and it's still sticking out on the sides. It looks weird whenever you do that, because you did that earlier on TMLs. Like where you like
Oh.
run your hand through your hair, like right through the top of your head, and pull your hair back, like, and you can't
Oh.
see that you have hair on the top of your head. It looked funny.
Oh.
I was
Well,
like,
it was just
"Hmm."
fucking everywhere. I was.
I know, and it's great. I love your wild hair, and everybody else likes your wild hair too. But if it's getting in your face and it bugs you, I suppose you can do that. But just know how it looks, because it
Yeah.
doesn't look good for
Well,
you.
well, as you can see, it's growing back. Because
Yeah, it looks
remember, I
good.
had some.
I
Right.
like the color too. I like you keeping the gray in it, and I'm developing a little bit of silver too. If I was like
Yeah.
not just, I stayed up all night with Jessica, and I have not slept, but I slept most of yesterday,
I
so I
did.
should
I
be good.
did gain a little bit of weight. I don't know if anyone
I've
noticed.
lost weight. I'm back down to like 125, so I'm feeling
Yeah.
good. I like
Well, no,
wearing
but
a
I
bare
know, but
midriff.
that's a good thing for me though, because I
Yeah,
lost
me
weight because I
too.
got
I think
sick.
you definitely look healthier for sure.
Yeah, I gained. I
How's your medical issues going? Like any, I feel like you're less frequent with that. Like it's
yeah
the frequency is
yeah
lessened. Good,
yeah.
because I've been kind of
Well,
feeling
I'd be
into your
fucked,
energy.
Effie. I
Like,
would be totally fucked. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if I like
yeah,
if it was
exactly. Well, and I think
you know
that's
what I'm
part
saying.
of it is like, I think it's initiation on an energetic level. I think that's part of it because I went through something sort of similar.
I think
It
so
feels
too.
like it's that. And I don't know why. It's maybe like, I don't know if some interdimensional creatures are trying to friggin' jump in you or something. It kind of feels like it might be something like that. And you're like, you just check out because it's like everything goes offline because you can't be like transgressed. And I feel
Mm,
like it feels like very, not like special, but like it feels like there's a unique situation going on where like you're pretty much like untouchable in that way. And I feel very similar about how I am as well. Like almost to the point of, but I'm not saying it like an egotistical way. I'm always very fucking respectful of the universe's decision to like change their mind at any point. And nothing is guaranteed. I know that, but I'm like here for the challenge, you know? It's pretty, and I'm
yeah.
kicking cancer's ass. I will find out at the end of the month on the 27th. It's the same day as the eclipse. I will be getting my CAT scan, and I will know shortly thereafter, like if like if I'm like psyching myself out and minding over mattering it, or if it's actually like like getting better my cancer. So, and I think it's probably both. And I don't know, but it'll be apparent in the scans whether it's
Yeah.
still established in my body or not. And I think it's a lot better.
So
And
I look I look
you
healthier.
look
Does
healthy.
it? Can you tell I gain weight?
Yeah, you look like your
Okay.
face is fuller. It's not quite as,
Yeah.
your cheeks are not like as hollow, like you were a little bit thinner. And you've
Yeah.
got like a little, yeah, you've
I
been
was
eating
sick.
better, working hard in the sun. I could
Yep.
tell.
So you can see it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and I
I
don't
was
know what
sick.
kind of work you've been doing, but it seems like physical labor of some sort.
Yeah. No.
Like maybe even
I
outdoors.
actually started my own business.
Oh, awesome.
Um.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm free. I make the joke. I'm free and I'm a mason, but I'm not a Freemason. I'm doing
Yeah, I heard you
masonry.
say that went to Hyperborean. Like that was
Yeah,
pretty funny
yeah, because he's
on
a
that.
Freemason. But yeah,
Yeah,
so basically, I've been doing like renovations, like on houses and stuff.
I thought that that's what you were doing. That's what
Yeah,
my
so
stuff.
that's
I've been
why.
I've
That's
been like
why I'm.
psychically spying on you, but it mostly happens in my unconscious, so I don't get a lot of like conscious signals of what's ever other than
Yeah,
like the impression of like things are going okay. And this is the kind of thing that's happening probably, but I'm just guessing in my head. It seems like, but then like it's nice to have that verification that that's what you were actually doing. And I was just guessing.
yeah.
I
So
was like,
I've
it
just
feels
been
like
doing.
you're like
So
being a
I'm
handy
just.
person. You're very
Yeah, so
handy.
I'm
Maybe you've
doing
been on
like.
a roof or two, or like doing some gutters,
Right.
air
Yeah. Well.
conditioners,
Yeah. Yeah. Like. Just like. Well, a little bit of
honeydew.
everything. A little bit of everything, really.
I bet
I'm.
you're probably working for some ladies that doing some homework, that honeydew lists and stuff. That feels like something that you would do.
Well, I have a coworker that yeah. Well, see, the thing is it's just me and a few buddies. Like I don't work for anybody. I
That's
am
great.
a
That's
I
how I
am
was
my
doing for
own.
like almost 20
Yeah,
years. So it's a great gig and it's always different
fucking
every day. And
right.
like it's interesting. It doesn't get boring. It's always
But
sometimes there's
yeah,
a
like
little static
I'm
if you're working for somebody who's like hovering and micromanaging. That might be problematic, but it's like usually I can just push people out. I'm like, look, I'm not done yet. If you want me to do the job and you don't want me to be here way longer than I need to be, which I don't want to because you're paying me by the hour. So just like let me do my job. Like
but
it'll be done the way you want it, or I will do it again for free.
the, the best part though is I'm here all day. And
Oh, that's great.
sometimes it gets to be a bit much, but like yeah, I'm mostly like work on houses. I do painting. I do like
Oh, I love painting. It feels zen. Just
airbrushing. You know, like
power
fucking
spraying. Yeah,
power
with the
spray. Right, like, all the fucking tools.
yeah. Do you
Uh,
like landscaping stuff too, or
yeah,
like? Because that's
yeah,
always fun. I love that. Getting my
yeah.
hands dirty and digging and doing plants. I love that.
Oh yeah, I'm like a little kid. I get all dirty.
Yeah, I love that too. It's so
I don't
great.
wear this. I wear like throwaway shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I dressed always inappropriately probably, but it worked for me. I was like way too dressed up to be working outdoors, but people thought it was funny. It's like, what? I'm just wearing like a pantsuit that's like strapless. It's like I could do that. Why is it a problem? And then I had people take pictures and like, oh, this is really funny. You're running the shop back, like sucking the leaves out of all the corners of my side yard, and you're just like, you look like you're going to a party later. I was like, what? It's black. I'm not gonna. It's comfy. It's not too hot. I'm wearing a nice hat.
I don't
So I'm not
want.
getting too much sun.
I've been wanting to come back out here. I was just waiting for my phone to charge because I've been out. I'm never inside
Oh shit!
anymore.
That's good call on mentioning the phone charging because I need to plug mine in because it is
Oh,
at 5% and it was
yeah,
going to
mine was. That's
die.
where mine was. That's where mine
Very
was.
yeah, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. And Dan just bought me this speaker that has a microphone. It's like a Bluetooth speaker. It's so cute. I was like,
God
oh,
damn,
should
it's
I be like
beautiful today. It's a
it
really
is. It's
beautiful
so
day.
beautiful. I was
Wow.
up at sunrise and I let Jessica out the gate
Yeah,
and it
me
was like
too.
so beautiful.
Yeah. I want
And I saw
to.
you over at
Don't.
TML's and I was like hanging out in the chat, but
I want
like I
my.
didn't really
I want
participate.
my girl. I don't know what she is. She thinks she's my girlfriend. I really like her. Like I really do. If she was
That's
around here,
cool.
like I would definitely like. You know. I want everyone to meet, but I'm kind of nervous about that.
Jessica kind
Um.
of like she came on. I got her to sign up for StreamYard, and but she didn't like really like she didn't really say anything because like I don't know if she knew. Like I took her over to TML's, and she was like on camera a little bit, and I kind of like, but she had her own camera on her phone, and yeah, she didn't know where to interject herself in the conversation, and she like eventually just kind of like disconnected and like left me be. But I was like, she was interested and she loves Lorp, Emperor Lorp. She thinks he's hilarious, which I think he's hilarious too. When he's not being a total negative like Nancy. He's great. I kind of like his
Right.
negative
When he
Larp,
doesn't take
but
himself.
when he's not being a victim, I love it. It's great.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. When he doesn't take
It's the
himself too seriously, it's funny.
victim script that really grinds my gears like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
'Cause
Exactly.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. No.
You could just do something different and just go somewhere else. Do something. And he's like, I can't do it. And then that really
Yeah.
gets me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Just suck it
He's
up.
fun. He's fun
He is
to.
hilarious too. He's so creative, and I think he deserves a lot more in life. I just don't know if the
I
location that
agree.
he's in is going to give it to him. And I don't think that he
Yeah.
has to stay in the bad situation. He could like go somewhere else. He's just like he doesn't think he has the resources to do it safely and efficiently. But you can really
I
just.
mean,
I was
I've
on a
talked to
sidewalk
Jack
with
about
two
it.
kids on a hip. On my, yeah, you could just go anywhere, somewhere
I've
else.
talked to
Somebody will
Jack
take you
about it,
in.
and he says he's his own worst enemy. You know.
He is because he's holding himself in a place that he's not happy and thinking that that's all that is available to him. And he's like really more paying attention to like how other people seem to be getting advantages, but seeming and being are different. Keep trying to explain that to him. And I'm
What I
like,
don't understand is he has such like profound belief in God. Like, how the fuck does
yes,
that
he
work?
does. And I believe everything he says. I like had deep conversations with him about
Well,
this and we
where
had a
is
lot
the
of similar.
fruitage of your faith? Like, that's what I don't
That is
understand. The
not how
grain of a
that's not
mustard
how that
seed.
works. That's not how it works. He is like stuck at a level where he hasn't quite got bored enough to come to enlightenment because there's a bottleneck and the bottleneck is boredom.
The
So
fruit
he
of the
has to
faith
quit
of a mustard
stimulating
seed.
himself. Yeah, he keeps gotta friggin' quit stimulating himself with other people, worrying about other people. He needs to get fucking bored and introspect a little bit. That's all that needs to happen. But he's got to come to that on his own. And no amount of encouragement has worked. And I just pretty much gave up on that eventually. And I'm like, I accept him as he is and I
I
love him.
try to.
Whether he believes me or not, I don't really care. I'm going to keep expressing how I feel, regardless of like whether he rejects it or not. And that's pretty much where it is stands. But I'm not giving him any more money because he just never appreciated it enough for my taste. And I
Same here.
told him as much. So
Same
it's
here.
like, you're not going to guilt me into it. No matter how annoying you get, you're not going to annoy me into it either because that doesn't
Yeah.
work on me anymore. And
I
I said,
tried.
like,
I tried to.
and he got mad at me because the last time I tried to send him money, he had me blocked and it didn't go through. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, now that it hasn't gone through, I realized that I needed that money and I spent it. So sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he calls
And
us
he got really
bitches.
mad
And
because he was like, I unblocked you and you never sent it and I never got it. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, had me blocked and I told you about it. And then I realized I needed that money because I was giving you money that I needed. And I shouldn't do that. It's
yeah.
not
And then he
like
calls us
good for
heathen
me.
witches and all this BS.
Yeah, and I was like, you were just gonna spend it on pot anyways, and I know you need that, but if you need it, you go out and get it. And yeah, I understand you have health issues, but so do I. And I
Right.
don't even, I haven't worked in a year and like I'm living by literally the grace of God. Like, and Dan is my provider. Like, he's very great at that. He like just gives me money. I've never had this situation happen in my life. I don't know how to handle it really. I'm very appreciative, but I'm like, why are you giving me money? And I was like, I'll just hold on to it. And he's like, no, just if you want, just if you need it, you can spend it on what you need and what you want. I was like, what? Okay, thank you. I don't know how to deal with this because this is not, and I don't like friggin', I only ask for what I need and I don't need hardly anything ever that I can't like just make do with whatever I happen to have. But like, yeah, he's great when it comes to that. And I still don't know exactly how to handle this, like, generous man. Because I don't ever make him feel like he has to do that to keep me happy, because he definitely doesn't have to do that to keep me happy. I like
That's
him.
probably why he does it.
I don't know. I think he did it by default, but yeah, he did it with Stephanie too. And she was like, and I said, just say thank you. And she was like, oh, well, thank you. And she didn't know really how to, because I think she's not used to that either. Like, mostly guys kind of sort of, she was like the provider in her relationships. Like, and the guy kind of sort of was like scamming. He was like, basically, he didn't have a job. He was like working at the apartment for his rent. And like, she was like, any like money that she got from work, she was contributing to buying groceries. And then he would be all rude to her, and like she would leave, and all the groceries would be at the house. And when she would come back, like she was allowed back, everything would be gone. And like and then he has a friend, like this guy that she's dating, that she's still sort of seeing, but they're like trying just to be friends. They're not sleeping together. allegedly. I don't know if I believe her about that,
Mm,
but
right.
well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, if she's being dishonest about it, it will definitely be obvious at a certain point. She's definitely way more emotionally invested in their relationship than he is, because he just fucks with her and like makes her cry, and it's like not hard to do. Like, and she'll be like dramatic cry, like ugly cry. And like
Oh
I'm like,
no.
oh, poor thing. It's like I was like, I need to give you some education on narcissists because you're doing all the wrong things. And I'm not saying it to be mean to you, but like you really need to learn this if you're gonna friggin' continue on with this path. Because like I think you'll probably make a different choice if you learn about this. And she was like, wow, this is like new. I've never heard this information about like narcissists, and it is so creepy weird that they all act the same, and that there's all these explanations that are so like on the dot. And I was like, yeah, that's how I knew. I was like, I'm psychic, but I'm not that psychic. I could tell right away whenever I heard like saw the things that he was doing. Like he would love bomb you and like say nice things to you, and then he would like freaking like say, well, fuck you then, blah 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 blah. Like you're just a fucking whore. And she's not a whore. She doesn't charge money. She's like freely giving it. And like I told her a few things that she could say to friggin' like cut that off. Whenever he starts doing that shit, say, well, you're the one that told me to come over and you're giving it away for free to me too. So are you a whore? It's like he
Mm,
keeps playing that friggin' thing. And he has this friend that does not like her, that she thinks that he's sleeping with, but he's trying to keep it like it's like they don't associate, like trying to keep them separate. And I was like, yeah, that's what narcissists do. They don't like people to talk to each other because then the truth comes out. Then that's not good for them because it totally will destroy their fragile reality if that happens. Almost guaranteed. So yeah, of course he doesn't want you guys talking to each other because like he's probably gaming her too in some way. Like she's probably a good flying monkey, or either that or she's a narcissist too, and they're doing it teaming up, like being narcissists together, because that happens too. They're
yeah.
bestie narcissists. But I don't know that her, and she doesn't know her because she's not allowed to be around her. And like, yeah, it's like kind of weird. And she had a little bit of conflict because like she likes to do, like she's basically a healthcare worker where she goes to people's houses and like takes care of their domestic stuff that they can't do because they're disabled. That's what she does for her job. And she, like, that's an easy job for her because she normally does that thing. Like she was like cleaning the kitchen and rearranging the man cave and like doing laundry and things like that. And then she's like sort of like, and Dan, of course, he's like very grateful for anything like that that gets done. And so like he was like showing his gratefulness by like, you know, being nice and appreciative and like giving her things. And I'm like totally like, I appreciate it too. I was giving her presents too. I was like, yes, thank you, this is awesome. But I was like, you don't have to do any of this. This is like only by, you don't have to do that to guarantee like that you can be here right now. This is not like a duty of yours that you are expected to do, but it is very much appreciated. And like if you need help, you can definitely ask, and I will friggin' comply. I'm like, I like to do it with other people. I don't like to be responsible for all of it by default. That's my main problem with it. And like also I have other things that I like to do that take up time, and so I don't like that like put on me as a responsibility, like cuz I don't mind clutter. It does not bother me whatsoever. So and it doesn't obviously bother Dan, or else he would do something about it. I wouldn't make all the clutter because I don't make clutter anywhere except for my little space. And I wash my dishes when I'm done with them, or I use the same dishes. Usually I
Yeah, I
wash
do that
them.
too. I
Yeah,
do
because
that
I don't like
too.
to make a lot of mess in that way. Like I don't. There's not any gross messes in my room. Um,
Mhm.
it's not like nasty shit. It's just like piles of different projects, and because I'm a creative person, and it also makes me feel safe
Right.
to have my stuff out where I can see it, and it's also not organized in a way that makes it easy for other people to go through and take things without me noticing. Because I've had that happen a lot, and we do have his kids still here. One of them is like a heroin addict or fentanyl addict. And so we have to keep an eye on those things. They're not allowed in the house when
Yes.
nobody's in here.
Right.
Yeah, so it's problem sometimes in that case. So, and there's like, I can like make sure that nobody ever comes in here, like lock the doors and everything, but I don't like to live like that. So I just have to, we got security cameras now, which is much better. Because I had a package disappear. Somebody stole my underwear. Can you believe it? I ordered underwear and somebody absconded with them, and they were probably very disappointed because there wasn't a lot there, but it was like, yeah, fishnet stuff. Dan likes fishnets, and so I ordered some, and it was cool. And I was getting a surprise outfit, like, so I was a little disappointed because it was there, and I was here, and Kelly was here, and Dan was here, and everybody was here, and it was like light out when it happened, and we had cameras, but they weren't recording things, so we didn't know who took it because we didn't see it on the camera because it didn't show up on the camera because it only records like a snapshot of motion whenever a person comes into the camera view. And it just like, yeah, I was like, I couldn't play it back in a way that made it helpful. So my mom sent me for my birthday, she sent some SD cards for the cameras because they go right in the back of them, which is nice. And we do have one in the house because somebody, we had a mouse in that living room. The cat keeps him all out of the bedroom, and he's really good about outside. But he let one, and one ate Dan's whatchamacallit that was on the table where he sits and does stuff. Like
Mhm.
his table, it's like his little area where he like looks at coins and like, you know, keeps his tools on one side, and it's like his little space. And he had a candy bar, and the mouse like was chewing on the package, didn't get to it quite, and it wasn't like open. So he took and he put borax in it, and he left it sitting on the table. And he was like, "The dogs aren't going to get up on the table and get anything. The cat's not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that." But his son decided, "Oh, a candy bar! I'm going to eat the candy bar," not knowing that it had borax in it. And he made himself really sick because he didn't ask, and he took something that without permission. Was fucked up. He ended up throwing up, thankfully,
Oh
instead of like
Lord.
dying of dehydration because he ate a bunch of borax. And I don't know how he didn't notice that when he was eating the candy bar. It would taste different.
Just a little, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess whenever you're numb on drugs, it is
Oh
less
well,
obvious.
yeah. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah. Well, and the crazy thing is, like, he's like lucky that Dan even let him come back here at all because, like, he left.
Yeah.
And like after he like did all sorts of took all sorts of stuff and sold it, and like he borrowed money from Dan, and Dan lended it to him, and he hasn't paid him back, and like then he gets a check because he's getting disability, but he at the beginning of every month it's gone by the like day after he gets it pretty much because he gets credit
What?
lines with everybody and then blows it on things that he doesn't really need, like candy and things that are not good for him, and pays back all of his debts to his drug dealers, but because he needs that to keep like not kicking. Uh, and yeah, so there's that. But and I took him to rehab. I did. And he lasted about 2 hours. He said it's too much like jail, and I was like, it's nothing like jail. They don't let you have cartoons and candy and freaking coloring books in jail just because they don't, you know. It's like I guess now they give them tablets, which is weird, but yeah, it's nothing like jail. Nobody's gonna try and rape you in your ass in rehab. It's not gonna happen. They let you smoke cigarettes, like they. And I bought him a pack of cigarettes right before he went in. It had to be a closed pack of cigarettes, and he lasted 2 hours, got out, like left of his own free will because you're allowed to do that, which is nothing like jail as well. And yeah, and I felt like I got gypped because not only did I take him to rehab, but I had to drive back home, find his inhaler because he needed his inhaler to be checked in to detox, because he had to have everything that was prescribed to him with him, and he forgot it. And I didn't know where to look for it really. He gave me a vague like room to look in, but like it took me a while to find it. And I drove back and took it back to him, and like he couldn't last more than 2 hours, and he was calling his dad saying, "I left." And I was like, well, geez, thanks. And it was like, all you had to do is make it through this detox, and you're going to go to this nice rehab in Santa Fe that's very freaking nice, and it's going to be like a lush environment where you also get like lots of therapy and people to talk to and like things to do that are fun for you, like not
Right.
just like, yeah, it's like a nice place. And he was going to get that.
Yeah,
And
some
he
of
was
the places
also,
are like fucking
his
resorts.
money
I've
was going to
seen it.
build up while he was in there so he could pay back all of his debts and still have enough money to get his own place when he got out. He only had to be there for like 3 months. I think that's reasonable. But he would have like several $1,000s by the time he got out if he wasn't spending it immediately whenever he got it. So it would like give it a little time to accumulate, and they would give him all the food that he wants, and it's good food, not like crap. It's not like
Some of those
this
places
was.
are like resorts.
Yes, this place is like so much like a resort, and Santa Fe is nice.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like a rich town. And I got him in, and the lady that was the intake person in the front desk, she's like this older New York Jew lady. She's very nice, and she was so helpful. And her name was like Judith or something. She was great and just welcoming, like saying, we do like a lot of like teaching people like things that how to avoid like falling down the same pitfalls, and all you had to do is just get through detox because they needed you to be detoxed to be checked in up there because they don't have the medical professionals that can handle somebody that's going through really severe withdrawals. And
Right.
so he just had to basically do the basic withdrawals with the medically assisted that they do at this other place, which was not the best place, but it's not the worst. It was like they put his stuff in a locker, like his personal belongings, and they let him have like a pair of socks, a pack of cigarettes, and his clothes. Like, and they gave him like things to do, like coloring books and video games, and he could smoke cigarettes, but he couldn't like be on his phone or like go outside and like have somebody give him drugs, or he couldn't do drugs, so he just couldn't last, and it's like that's unfortunate. I don't understand that. It's like he felt like the first time that he ever did any opiates, like nobody informed him of what was going to happen and that they were addictive. And I was like, really? You didn't have that program in school where they tell you what each of the drugs does? And he was like, he didn't pay attention, I guess. Because we definitely had DARE, and they pretty much like that's what educated me about. I didn't even know about any of that stuff before. It kind of probably was more of a gateway than pot was. It just made me like, well, what? Like, people think it's amazing, and they do it like to the point of like they want to. Yeah, I was like, that sounds like something that I want to do. And most of it I didn't like, but some things I did. Mushrooms, especially. My mom gave me the best mushrooms, and I just did them a couple of weeks ago, like with Kelly and Dan. Like my friend Kelly, the Sagittarius, came over, and we did mushrooms together. We watched the Christopher Titus special, the most recent one, and I cried the entire time because it's so like emotionally intense and honest. And I was like, wow, he's an amazing guy. I had a fucking bonding experience with him.
That's what I want to do is mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms are the best.
I
That was
have
my
not
favorite
done
thing.
anything since 2012, girl. Like,
My
for
mom's
real.
friend Cindy grows them, and my mom had them. These ones that I did are called Hillbilly, and literally I like put them in tea because they were dry and they were kind of like they don't taste very good, those ones. But I put it in some pumpkin spice tea and let them
Ooh,
get
yeah.
moist, and then I swallowed them like oysters. Like I just like didn't chew them or anything. I swallowed them, and within literally 5 minutes, I was starting to have visuals. And then I just like my eyes started leaking in sheets because that's what happens when I'm on mushrooms. I like smile and can't. My face hurts, and like I cry.
Yeah, I know what you
Tears.
mean.
It's like not drops of tears. It's like It's like a sheet of tears like leaks down my face, like all in
Right.
one, like three-dimensional sheet. And that's like a unique experience to mushrooms that I don't know why that happens like that, but it happens almost every time. And but nobody like really like noticed that I was crying because the room was kind of dark and we were watching the TV, and like I didn't like do a lot of talking or anything I did talk to Kelly a little bit, but I was mostly just paying attention to the intense like personal story that he was telling on the stage, and like, wow, that guy's had a fucked up life, but it turned out really well for him considering. He's doing okay. But his mom was like psycho, but she was also really super smart. And I can kind of relate to that because I've known people like that. Not that my dad was super smart, but like I know people that are like that are not my dad. And I can't imagine like somebody like that being my parent. But yeah, wow. And that like the story he told about his mom taking him to the bar when he was 4, and he would like eat cherries and drink like sodas, and he was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because like he was at the bar and everybody's still awake, and he was still awake because everybody's still awake. And then the cops showed up and like they took him away briefly.
Oh, we
And
were
then
gonna
and
have
his
a
mom.
drink. That was part of it.
Oh, see, and I'm not drinking at all for a while, so
I
that
just
is
remembered that. Yeah, this was again. This is a long time ago. This is like when we first met. I'm
yeah,
like
and
having bits and pieces come back to me
I can see pieces
because
of that.
it's
Like
very fragmentary for me.
it
That's why
is
I'm
for me
saying like I'm
too,
not
and that
blowing
makes
wind because it's even fragmentary for me.
I can
Like it,
remember parts. Like I could remember that. I could remember saying something like to that effect, and that would definitely be something that I would have said.
and I was like, I don't know because like I invoked Asmodeus and like
Yeah,
we're
and did I
talking
tell you
about like
anything about the painting that Scott did of Asmodeus? Because every time you mention it, I think about it, and I definitely would have
yeah.
mentioned it to you with the little
Because
girl
I
face and the
think you
chipmunk
probably
face and the
did.
raccoon.
Because I was like, yo, like Asmodeus is not just like a curiosity or something that I throw around. Like
No, and
Lilith
I
literally
was
told
like,
me
oh
I
my
have a
god.
direct connection to him. Like,
And I was like, Asmodeus did not like my ex because he did this painting, but I think this painting is hilarious, and I don't know how Asmodeus feels about me because I like this painting, and it's not
yeah,
really very like flattering to him because he's
yeah,
crying, and he's got a little girl head and a chipmunk head and a raccoon head, and he dropped his ice cream and he's got balloons, but he's crying because he dropped his ice cream, and it's a fucking hilarious painting. I love it. I wish I had it. I just have a photo of it. I should send it to you. I think I was gonna at some point, but I forgot
yeah, sure.
because I couldn't find it. But it's so funny because he did this painting. It was like somebody started the painting and then he did like a painting around the 3 heads that were on the painting that were going to be something
Right.
else, like a Girl Scout thing or something. And I don't know why the little girl was crying in the painting, but it just worked out. And there was a
Girl.
raccoon that is the same size head as the little girl, and also a raccoon that is the same size head as the little girl. So it's a weird fucking painting to begin with.
Girl
Robert,
Scouts.
yeah, Kelly's ex, or like that passed away. Her husband that passed away, like his parents, like were from Louisiana, and they were really involved in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts,
Mm.
and they did like photography and paint. She did painting and crafts and stuff, and so they had lots of stuff like that that was unfinished, not quite finished. And whenever they died, uh, whenever his parents died, like in quick succession to each other, like he was the only one to inherit all of their stuff, and he was overwhelmed and didn't know how to handle it. So he asked Scott and I and Kelly to go and help him clear out the house, and so we did that. And Scott ended up with all the art supplies because he's an artist, and that was his pay for helping with all the heavy lifting and stuff. And so yeah, that's what he did with the unfinished paintings is he finished them. I have one too that was like actually an angel that was leading 2 children across uh, a bridge, which is
Hmm.
kind of a weird painting. And I'm sort of halfway through painting it where I was like basically I covered up the kids and I made her have a gown, and she's walking across the bridge by herself, but the gown that she's wearing is like really gauzy, and I was gonna make her naked underneath it. And she was not naked before. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm making a naked angel painting, and I left her wings exactly because they did such a
Oh.
good job on the wings.
I
But I didn't
like.
like the little kids being led across a bridge by an angel. It didn't seem right because I don't think that would
Oh, I
happen.
remember. See, my memory's coming back. You were showing me some like old school, almost like pinup book that you had that had
It
like
would
a bunch
be
of
like
risque.
pictures. Yeah, yeah, the pictures of like
Yeah,
that somebody sent me
and I was
of the
like, oh,
British.
that's
There's like
cute.
a British pinup girls, and they're kind of like Olivia sort of
Yeah,
style. Yes,
because
I remember showing you that.
we were talking about like how like twerking is cool and all, but like at the same time, like the old
I,
school, like burlesque and
yeah,
all that was like so fucking hot.
and get this. This Jessica did burlesque. That's so funny that you
Oh,
mentioned it because she
stop.
was just telling me how she
The
used
one
to
who
do
thinks I'm
burlesque.
cute.
The one that thinks you're cute, yeah.
Oh God,
She did
stop,
burlesque. And she does
stop.
belly dancing. Belly dancing. We're going to take a class belly dancing. She's going to
What?
show me some things because she used to belly dance
Oh,
too.
you gonna
And
show me
I
some
have a
things?
belly. Maybe. We'll see.
No, I did not say that. I
She
did not
thinks you're
even say
cute.
that. I did
No,
not even
I would
say
be
that.
setting you up with my friend, really. I would.
I did
And
not
you did
even say that, Zephyr. Like that was another me. Like you talk about. I did
well,
not
whatever.
even consciously fucking say that. That just came
That was
out.
you that said it, whether it was your consciousness or not. But
No, but no, I
yeah,
know I did. But
she would
like, it's
definitely
like
be
you.
into doing a little dance for you.
It's just like you. It's just like you say. Like that was not like fully fucking conscious.
It wasn't, but it's still you. It's
Oh my
just your unconscious.
gosh. No, oh, just like you said what you said, whether it was conscious or not.
Exactly. I guess I
I'm
must
not
have, but I don't
bullshitting you. Like you
consciously.
legitimately were like saying things that normally would, and I'm not holding it
Well,
against
and
you.
I'm
I'm not
very
like,
clear on how I feel, so I think we should know by now. I might have said that, but I don't remember it. And if I
no,
said
I
it,
know. I know. It's
yeah,
fine though. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter because it wasn't really
that
you. It
doesn't
was
sound
you,
like
but it
something I
wasn't
would
you.
say,
But no,
but
I
it
can't
was.
believe I said
Yeah.
that. Fuck. But I mean,
But I get it. I get what you're saying. But
you
yes,
know,
that
well,
is very
no, I
you,
said
though.
it because that's like a weakness to me.
Yeah, well,
Like
and
we
that is
talked
very
about
you.
this. We've talked about this, like how much I like think that that's not only sexy but an art form that's
Yeah,
like
it
almost
is
lost
totally, and it's
completely.
very good exercise as well. And like,
I
yeah,
just
I
think
told
it's
you
really
I have a stripper
erotic
pole in my
and
room, so
like like it's classy. It's not like dirt like
yeah, totally. Well, and
yeah,
I have a stripper pole in my
like you're talking about
room.
burlesque
Like,
and all that.
yeah, it's
Well,
great exercise. I
I
do it
mean,
by
what
myself.
she just saw me on TMLs. Does she know
Yeah,
my
she actually just heard
channel
your voice
or
and she goes, "Oh, I like his
like any of
voice. That
that
is a
stuff
great."
or what?
She said
Oh,
it's a
let
great
me fix
voice,
the
and
windows
then
down now. Are you fucking serious?
you turned on your camera
Damn.
after she heard your voice and she goes, "Oh, he
Hold
has a great
on.
voice."
You might want to come back too. I don't know. This is getting interesting.
Hello, what is
What's
this?
up, Dom? I can't hear you, but
Dom, I
what's
can't
good,
hear you
buddy?
Hi.
either. Are you talking? There you are.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, we're having a conversation about the art of burlesque.
Oh,
How you doing? How's your life? I know you're going through some stuff recently. I've been thinking about you and sending positive vibes as much as possible.
it's all right.
Good.
I
Did you get
haven't
back in the
really,
house when you locked yourself out? Did you ever wake your roommate
yeah,
up?
yeah,
Good.
All
no,
right, so I'm gonna summon
definitely.
Lilith and ask for her guidance. Yeah, no sound.
I hear
Maybe I
him.
should
I can hear
restart.
him.
I don't know.
I can hear him.
Can you hear
This is
me?
fucking dumb.
Yeah, I don't think he
I'm
can
about
hear
to
Yes,
you.
just
it's not.
start like a private like group chat with you guys or something. Like this is just
That's
pissing
fine
me the fuck
too if you
off.
want to
To
do
be honest
that.
with you.
Can you? I don't know if he can hear me now either, actually.
I can hear Zephyr and Twilight.
Yeah, I can hear you both as
I
well, but
cannot hear you.
he can't hear us. This happened like 3 times already with us today.
I cannot hear you.
I don't
Hello,
know.
hello. Speak into the microphone.
Yeah, I was
So dumb. We were
I
just
fell
talking about
asleep
burlesque and
on TNOs.
private shows. Fuck.
And my friend Jessica
Damn it,
that like
Asmodeus.
says he has
No,
a nice
literally,
voice
it
and thinks
wasn't
he's
me,
cute.
Zeffy. It was the demon inside me. I
Yeah,
blame the
well,
demon, and I can't hear
I
your response.
can.
So why am I even talking?
It's
Well, you can
fine.
respond again when I can hear you. So whatever you're
Yeah,
saying,
I can
repeat it.
respond anyways. Haha. We'll just act like you can hear me.
It's literally the demon, Zeffy.
Yes. Don't
I
blame
abdicate
Asmodeus,
all responsibility.
or I will make him
No,
cry
I'm
like a
not that type of
chipmunk.
person.
You know?
But I mean, it kind of is, but it's still a part of me.
It seems like he can hear me, but he doesn't. It's hilarious. He'll be back.
Were you on TMLs last night?
I was in the chat and I was listening, but I didn't hop on because I had a guest. My friend Jessica was here, but my friend Jessica thought that Twilight's voice was great and thought he was cute. And she was a burlesque dancer at one point.
Dom.
So
What's up?
Zeffy,
Yeah. Can you hear me? He can't hear me. Fuck. Let's try again. That's what he's doing.
I
Yeah.
fell asleep and went back and looked through a little bit, and it seemed like it was one of the more lively nights over there.
Yeah, it was pretty lively.
hello?
Avian was there. Hello?
A- Avian?
You
Yeah,
must
Avian
become
Buddha.
one with the
Avian
Oh
turtle,
Buddha.
my god.
the
He showed up.
coconut. The
And it was
coconut
actually a
and the
pretty,
curry
it
must
seemed
come
like it was
together in a marriage of harmony
it seemed
and
like a very
love.
productive
I'm making coconut chicken
conversation.
later. Hello,
Can you hear
hello,
us?
testing 1, 2, 3. Hello,
I guess he can't hear us.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Twilight.
Okay, I hear you, Dom. What's good, bro?
But not me? Nothing from
Yeah.
me?
Zeffy?
Ah, he can't hear
Zeff,
me.
God damn it.
Can you hear me, Don?
Yes, I hear you, Zephyr. Zephyr's
Now
talking.
I can't hear her. Now I can
Ah,
hear you, but not her. What the fuck, man? That
that's
makes
so
no
weird.
sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, what
Well,
the actual fuck?
15 tries the charm, man.
He's gonna go back out and back in. I tried muting and unmuting my microphone. I've got my noise canceling off. And
All right, this is definitely
fingers
it.
crossed. Does
This
it
is the
work?
magic. No, Zeffy, come back.
Ah, okay. I'll be right back then.
We still have to talk about BDSM and burlesque and whatever
Can you hear
fucking
me?
else. Oh, now I can't hear Dom again either. What in the fuck, dude?
You can't hear me.
This is really dumb.
I don't know. What's going on? Can you hear me? No.
I think I'm gonna restart. This is like just maddening.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. We're just gonna start a group chat with Jessica. Oh god. I'm gonna call Lilith and consult her on my next move. I don't know if this is a test or an opportunity. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Can you hear me now? It's not making any noise.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should go on Discord, Seppi.
Okay,
This
let's
is
do
just
it.
fucking dumb,
Let's do it.
and it's just us talking.
That's
Besides
fine.
dumb, let's
Yeah,
just
we
do
don't need
here.
to be in public. He'll be. I can invite
I have him
him.
on
We can
Discord
invite
too,
him.
though. So if we wanted to,
Alrighty, I'll see you over there then.
and if she wanted to talk, like BS aside, that is really cool though. That she like I respect that. Outside of the like fact that it's just straight up hot. Like I respect it. Like as an like I see it as an art for real. Like we were talking about that before. It's kind of a lost art really at this point. Yeah. Okay, we'll just hop on Discord.